daylight. You can't really do anything, but he finally takes down Snoops, and now the B bomb site looks like it might actually be open for the taking. Somehow XENOCIDE are there making it work. Gloxy, the last man standing, a 1 versus 4. This one has to be tough. He was able to do the 1 versus 3, but he can't. Actually, he does get the first frag. That's a low HP player. The second, can he get the third? Yes, the third. Just 1 left. Can he do it time and time again? He is 1 HP versus Code. This is a 7-0 on his score record actually right now, and he has to take down that of Code. But Gloxy, can he do it? No, he can't. Denied by Code at the last second. Again, Mirzi could find an opening frag here. Rupt does find a couple, and this is actually heavily in favor of IFL right now. This is a 4 versus 2, but Trax is going to come in for 3 kills. Can he get the 4th? No, he can't. How is this happening right now? Trax turns it all around, and Jake puts him in a perfect spot to clutch this one out. The bomb is planted, and Jake knows it was planted recently, so this gives him time, opportunity to come onto the bomb side. He does get spotted out, though, but can he clutch this one out? He's low. Snoops, they're dancing around each other right now, but he can't get the frag. He's going to have to pull out his pistol, and he's getting taken down. IFL, Snoops, despite everything he had to do there, despite Jake getting so many kills, you can see it's going to be a huge hit. Matt, he's going to have to hold as much as he can. And this crossfire is going to tear them apart. Hammers, nothing they can do as Matt and 928, they combine for 4 massive frags. And it's just Jake left over towards this B-long area. He gets shut down too. IFL 2 rounds in a row where no one dies from these grenades. And Matt always going to get his presence out. No, he's not. Daylight's going to find the first frag. But, oh, Nathan, what? He gets the knife kill. He gets 2 knife kills. What is happening? Wave finds a frag in return, and Nathan ends up getting a 3rd as well. This is 3K for him. He could clutch out with the 4th with 2 knife frags. Can he do it? No, he can't. But still, what just happened?
To A side and no, head on to B, and they're just waiting for you there. That's heartbreaking right there. And sure enough,
okay, 3 frags. I think this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Code is gonna erupt the ace wave. So a 2 versus 3 retake now ensues. It is AG2 to find that frag on the Nathan. Nathan was trying to go over to storage, and AG2 comes in as well. Elko, the last man standing between IFL and map number 1. As he does spot 928, but he's not going to get the kill. Oh, AG2, he misses the shot. And Elko, is he going to get taken down? Yes, he does. And IFL, they replicate last season's or last month's scoreline.
feel the competition? Play Critical Ops tournaments now on Gizer to win cash prizes and exclusive credits. Download Gizer to compete in mobile gaming tournaments for real cash.
He's gonna get naded down there. A little bit of damage on him, but Mickey is fast on the flank. Inside, he gets 2 massive frags there. Allows for his team to come in. Now Sai, he's gonna be able to get the 4K.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here for the grand finals of the North American Critical Ops Circuit Season 2 main tournament number 1. My name is Mark, also known as Cool Mark, joined here today by Warren as well. He was here with me yesterday as well. Great duo partner, by the way. But, today there's lots of cool things going on. One big match you guys are here all for. That is going to be Hammers Esports versus XENOCIDE. But first, let's take a look at actually the Europe side of things, right? Earlier today, we saw Euphoria play versus Ruthless in the Europe bracket that was casted by Twist and A-Master. And you can see there, Euphoria did take down Ruthless 13-4 on Legacy and 13-9 on Bureau. They take the top score on the team rankings for all of the teams right now. You can see they have a 39-round differential, 36-round differential, 20 points at the top. They didn't make any changes, and Ruthless, they're at second place as well. But Warren, we're here to talk about North America. Yesterday was a hectic round of matches.
It was great yesterday. XENOCIDE and Hammers both pulling out, both fighting some really strong opponents, and both looking very strong coming in today. I think we're going to see a barn burner, and it's on. Oh, I can't tell you the maps yet. That's a surprise. But I'm really going to enjoy watching these players play where they're going to play.
Oh yeah. Before we go dive into a little bit deeper into the actual maps and maybe players we're going to see, we're going to tell you a little bit about the format of the tournament because it has changed a little bit. So if you were here for season 1, you might notice some changes here on this graphic on your screen right now. You will see there's only 2 main tournaments instead of 3. These changes were made by the development team as well as Compact Esports and some of the other folks behind the scenes just to make sure that the tournament runs as smoothly as possible and allows everyone the most opportunity to come here as well. As you can see, 2 qualifiers, 2 main tournaments, and then we have the final tournament. The same thing, there's been some changes to the actual point allocation. So if we take a look here, you'll see, well, kind of teased already by the Europe side of things, but the point allocation is a little bit different. Only 20 points to the top team now instead of, I believe, 25 from last season. So there's just a couple of changes here and there from both seasons here. And then as well, we'll see some prize pool changes on the entire matchups here. So you can see on the prize pool, you'll have a higher prize for the main tournament winners. So the tournament winner today, whether it be Hammers Esports or XENOCIDE, will be taking home $500. And that's an upgrade from the main tournaments in the past. And you can see there the prizes down below as well. Still pretty increased because there are fewer main tournaments. So the prize pool is a little bit higher. And the coolest thing of all, if you see that first place for final tournament number 2, the unique circuit skin for season 2, I mean, this looks really cool. You can't tell me this doesn't look cool. I really like the look of this skin. Warren has said he likes the look of this skin. We all wish we could have it, but it's only for the winners here. And so we will let them decide at the end of the main tournaments who has the most points. So we'll go to the final tournament, and then the final tournament winner will get this in their inventory.
You've seen Hammers yesterday, and you'll see them again today, having the Season 1 champion special AK skin. Also looking really nice. One heck of a flex. And, ooh, that's a nice skin.
Definitely a nice skin. So we're going to talk a little bit about the circuit fan events that are new as well to this season. You can see here just some new things about it. We're going to talk a little bit about it. So the circuit fan events, we wanted to make sure that the fans and players are both, a community strong together, right? So the goal is here to create a space where everyone will be able to have a fun time while also being able to win some really cool prizes. Each region will actually have its own series of events, and the community members will select a fan role, which will actually give you access to these circuit fan events. You'll join the Discord for critical ops, and as the main tournaments and final tournaments come here, the community will actually be able to react in the channel and support the team that they want. There's many different events that will allow you to actually win prizes at the end as well. So the top 20 fans, based on the number of in-game prizes, will have various prizes. So the first place will get 15 rewind cases, 1,000 credits as well. And then second to fifth place will get 10 rewind cases per person. Sixth to 10th will get 10 premium cases per person. And 11th to 20th will get 5 premium cases per person. But if you're watching the stream right now, we also want to direct your attention to the chat. So if you're watching this, I presume it's only on YouTube right now, and take a look at the chat because we have some great folks from the Critical Force team that will be doing giveaways during the live stream. So pay attention to chat. You might be able to win some skins or credits or whatever they're giving out, during the stream. So it's a cool thing. During the breaks, you'll be able to see those, and hopefully one of you gets a lucky prize. And so moving on here to the qualified teams, we will see that just want to give a commiserations to all the teams that have made it up to this point. Amplified, No Mercy, Rogue Uprising, Underestimated, Team Unique, Hammers Esports, your grand finalists. Team Aster, Renovate, Misery, Virtuous, XENOCIDE, your next grand finalists. We have Vivid Heavens, Inquisitive, Bless, Team Elevate, and Eiffel District. A lot of these names very well known within the scene. But looking at the brackets themselves, right, we only have 2 teams left, and that's Hammers Esports and that's XENOCIDE. XENOCIDE had a little bit of a tougher opponent yesterday. They had Team Elevate. They had to go to a third map where they ultimately reverse swept it. So they were down one map already. They lost 10-13 on the map of Canals, which was ultimately the map pick of Elevate, but XENOCIDE came back on Legacy with an amazing streak of rounds. I believe they were down 8-4, and they came back to win 13-9. So that's a huge streak of rounds. They also continued to dominate on the map of Bureau, winning 13-4. So that's where you see XENOCIDE here. On the other side, Hammers Esports, 8-2, pretty clean fashion. It was also very close games, but still they didn't take it to map number 3. So Hammers, they won their first map 13-11 on Bureau. They won their second map 13-8 on Grounded, and their opponent there was INQ.
I think we are preparing to enter the game, or there will be some time before we enter the game. We may be able to see the map picks and vetoes soon. This should be exciting. We'll see which teams are comfortable playing on which maps, where they think they can win, where they think they can beat their opponent, and where they prefer not to play. First, let's look at some of the statistics from earlier games in this year and some of the players as well. You can see here on Hammers Esports, they're using 6 players, so 6-man roster, and on playing on every map is Mir, Traxed, Frost, and Erupt, and then subbing in for each other are Averti and Agonized, and Erupt having the most kills and the highest rating on Hammers Esports. Followed by Traxed. Traxed and Frost tied closely, almost tied for that second place.
Yeah, Erupt is going to be a key player to look out. Yeah, absolutely. And that 1.0 key rating, I mean, that's a huge indicator of how well they perform. Erupt really going to have to be the one shining star here. And if XENOCIDE want to upset the current Season 1 champions of Hammers Esports, they're going to have to bring out the big guns. They're going to have to take down Erupt as well. You'll see on the other side of things, XENOCIDE, they are using a little bit more liberal of a roster. You can see their 3 primary players are 928, also known as Mirage. They have Day, they have Clutch, and they're rotating between a couple others. They have Kai, Snoopy, and Ottawa as well. So less kills on these players from XENOCIDE, but the ratings still stand pretty high, and they're very close, Warren. Day and Mirage, 97 and 95. Impact still there. You can see a 1.19 rating and a 1.20 rating.
And again, every single player on both of these teams has gone positive in every game on their way here. They've played strong. They've played dominant. They've beaten opponents pretty badly in some cases.
Yeah, so we'll finally be able to take a look at the map veto itself and see which maps did they decide to pick ultimately. So the maps yesterday that we didn't see, or I mean the ones that we saw were, I think it was a mix of, Bureau and Legacy and Canals. But first, we're not going to see SOAR today at all. SOAR has been not very common map in this circuit so far. The second one, we're going to get rid of Legacy. So that's one thing to note, is that XENOCIDE, remember, they had a huge comeback on Legacy. So Hammers might be saying, oh, we don't want to play them against that map. They obviously have a very strong Breach side and a very strong Coalition side. So XENOCIDE on there, and they're going to pick Port, a map that North America has not seen yet in this circuit so far, at least in the semifinals. We didn't see that map. And then we're going to hop on over to Plaza, another map that we haven't seen yet in the semifinals. So getting a whole blanket of new maps, which is awesome to see. XENOCIDE, they do not want to be playing on Bureau. While they did win, maybe it's some momentum shifts, right? Maybe they were playing off of a huge momentum gain on their part, so they don't want to test that again. Hammers are going to they're going to ban Raid, and so that leaves us with Grounded and Canals for the decider and the left out, and ultimately Grounded is going to be the decider. Canals, no more for today. Didn't necessarily see Canals too much. I mean, we saw in Elevate versus XENOCIDE yesterday, which is a map that XENOCIDE were not able to take off. So I'm pretty sure XENOCIDE are happy that they're not playing Canals.
I'm going to see Port. XENOCIDE chose Port for the first map. This is XENOCIDE's map pick. There was a tournament, a match last season where Hammers had an incredible comeback on this map from the Breach side.
Right.
You don't often see Breach-sided comebacks, but Hammers certainly had one in one of our tournaments last season. And it's going to be great to see what they do here, starting on the Breach side.
Yeah, well, this is Xeno's map pick, remember, so they surely have lots of confidence here, but once we get on into everything, we should be able to have the game ready, set in stone. I'm very excited. If XENOCIDE can pull off a very strong Coalition side here, Hammers, they might be a little bit of trouble, but once again, Hammers, like you said, Warren, they came back on the Breach side. So this is, to me, an unmovable object meets an unstoppable force. So we will see here as the teams get ready on into the pistol round. Who do you think will win, Hammers Esports or XENOCIDE for this first matchup? Type it in the chat, because this is going to be the knife round, I believe, or actually going all forward. They're actually going all over towards the mid side, and XENOCIDE have won every single dual tracks. Finally gets one in return, but Mirzi now left alone, only able to get one, and everybody just dominating over towards mid. XENOCIDE, they triple peaked it. Hammers had no breathing room.
Just 10 players running straight at each other into mid. That was a fun and fast pistol round. No mind games, except the mind game of maybe if we go mid, the enemies won't be there. But both teams thinking that at the same time. It's like you mentioned, it's your immovable force and your unstoppable object.
Yeah, it was a mind game for me because I thought it was a pistol. I thought it was a knife round. Right, they're all just going towards mid. That's typically what happens in the knife round, and it caught me off guard. Certainly, we'll see here. Can Hammers get anything done? They only have a couple upgraded pistols, that MR96 on Mirzi, as well as tracks with the GSR, but don't expect anything that exciting to come from this. XENOCIDE are a very disciplined team. They're going to peek together. They're not going to go out aggressive, and if they do go out aggressive, it will certainly not be alone. So you can see there, Raj, I think he spots the feet. Yep, he does. And they're getting 1v1, which is exactly how they win this round. A very nice cleanup. All players staying alive and some upgraded pistols as well.
Decent play on the pistol round. There's not a lot you can do against armor and rifles with no armor and pistols. Hammers did what they thought, might get them a kill or two, which was stay safe outside A long and make some jiggle peeks. It didn't work out. Clutch had a really great kill through the head glitch at this forklift outside mid.
Yeah, we'll have to see here because Hammers, they have AKs. They have full-on AKs, and they are making inroads. to the A bomb site. They're sitting over in the connector tons area right now, seeing if they can spy one out. There's only one player actually on the A site. That's Kai. Finally, Mirage is going to join him over towards the head glitch area, but it is now Day who has a lot of bodies to find. He takes down Frost, and if he tries to retreat, he's going to get taken down, but no, he lines them up. That's a quadruple kill.
Oh my gosh,
goodness.
Day.
He had nowhere to go, backed up, and yet he still stands his ground. Already a start from XENOCIDE. That is a statement.
And that burst rifle is the least expensive rifle in the game, the SA-58. But if you hit the shots, it gets the kills. And now Hammer's back on almost an eco. They've got 2 SA-58s, and they're going into AUGs this round.
Yeah, I don't think they lost a single player. So XENOCIDE now are very happy with that SA-58 buy. Mirzi hopes that he can replicate that, but on his side, on the breach side, instead of feeling the wrath. It's a good entry there.
With a great revolver kill. Marizi knows Clutch is here. Clutch doesn't know Marizi's about to peek. He does pick up that kill.
It's the duel of the SA-58s. Now that Hammers have the advantage, maybe not in the weaponry, but at least in the amount of people they can send over.
We see Trax has picked up a gun. And so now they're almost even in firepower, certainly ahead in manpower. And
Bomb has been planted.
Looks like this eco round is already resulted in a bomb plant. Wow, Frost, that is his second MR96 headshot of the round. Just walking straight up to his opponent and just pow. Kai hasn't got a lot of choices here. Probably going to be difficult to even find a save if Hammers chooses to hunt him down.
Yeah,
He's got the AK.
They honestly, they should go for this because they have nothing to really lose. Right? They didn't bind to this round, and I mean, if they can take away a gun, it'll put him in a tough position. They're going to go hunt him. They're going to do damage, but it looks like they're not going to get the kill. So they lose 2 guns, but it's only SA-58. They get the bomb plant still, and now they can buy. So XENOCIDE seemingly losing a round that they should not have, just 1v1s, and the eco pans out in Hammer's favor. Yeah.
Opening it up with that MR96 kill, and then Marizi, he took mid early and tucked into that crate outside the A window, and Clutch just simply wasn't prepared for the peek. Clutch was pre-firing towards breach spawn, and Marizi knew he was there, and that's all he needed to make the peek.
Yeah, Clutch shooting some warning shots over towards that mid area.
Interesting. He's announcing himself. Clutch is letting Hammers know that he is still there at that forklift, but Kai and Snoopy are also there. Could have been a very interesting bait. Instead, you've got Hammers moving in towards A long, but Day is right there to shut that down, and Day and Mirage playing right next to each other.
Yeah, and the round just slows down to a crawl right now. Movement very slow from Hammers. They're going to have to take the aggression here because, well, they're the breach side. And we'll notice here, no one from XENOCIDE is actually playing on the A side. Mirage is the only player, but he's playing back over towards behind the lift area. Finally, he's going to come out, and Day makes a crucial kill on the tracks. While that does take him down to a very low amount of HP, Clutch is still in a phenomenal position to shut this one down. He should hear the bomb plant going down. That's going to come in from the long area. He's going to get the shot down, but not a kill onto Agonize. So Day now low. But actually puts Mirage in a very tough situation now. He gets taken down, and the 3 versus 2 now turns into a 1 versus 2. As Mirage has to come in from the back lines, trying to reduce any amount of noise he makes, but spots one out over to the top area. He's going to take down Agonize, and he doesn't take down Mir. So Hammers, they pick up their second. Yeah.
Good for the 1v1 Clutch, and great second round. It's so difficult to play on the Coalition side on this map once you're down a couple players because it's not safe to hang out in the middle of the map. And once you lose mid control, you really have no way of knowing where the breach side players are. It works a lot better when you just kill them all immediately like they're doing this round. Here comes Mirage out the mid window. That was a double mid window peek, just mowed down with the AUGs. Frost has hit some miracle shots, but he's in a 1 versus 3 now. And again, it can be infuriating to have no idea where this player is, even in a 3v1. Perhaps not infuriating if you're in a better mental state, simply very stressful. Now, Almighty Frost is just a terrifying opponent, and you don't want to accidentally stumble into a one-on-one with this player.
Well, Kai is looking like he might actually stumble into that 1v1 you just talked about. If he wins this duel, there you go. This opens up the bomb site. They now know where he is, but he is close. He could get this frag. He doesn't. But that looked almost scared for a moment. If he took down Day, that would have been just Mirage. And, well, at that point, the confidence is in their favor. But XENOCIDE, they're able to hold it back 4-2, as now they have money for full AUGs. That's a sure sign. And AKs. So the AUG versus the AK duel now. We'll see who wins these.
Such a crucial kill for Day to drop another round that you should have won would have been heartbreaking. And to give the 1v1 with no crossfire like that may have already been a bit of a mistake, but he does get the kill. He does prevent the plant. And we do have XENOCIDE with the 4th round here. And Hammer's back to being very patient. Being very patient outside of A long.
Interestingly enough, Snoopy, he's on no armor. So he opted for the AUG instead of the armor play. So hopefully he can protect over towards B long. If he gets peeked out alone, which it doesn't look like he will be, it would be difficult for him to hold given that recoil, but it seems
both
like
Snoopy and Clutch holding positions that are really difficult to push without utility.
I does get traded, but Day makes a huge amount of impact. Now he gets the 3K, shuts them down there, and Mir trying to get anything done, but Clutch just swings out wide. What a nice round there from Day as he just holds down the fort. Just mows him down while they run in through tons. He had the perfect positioning as well.
We see Snoopy buy some armor to go with his AUG this round.
Day's 11-3, I think. That's incredible. All ready to start off the game. 8 rounds in, so let's see if he can continue that performance. Side seemingly hot off that last round, but Day gets taken down, so he was the linchpin to hold down the A site. He this time actually goes over towards A long. Wants to make some impact there, but Mirage, I think they spotted him out, and surely he spotted both of them out, so he might get taken down. Actually opts to fall back, but actually will continue to jiggle peek. So throws that smoke out. Has to find some room here. Snoopy finds one, but he can't get the kill. Now Kai could get something done, but no. It's just so much damage and so few kills here. You can see Trax and Erupt both so low. If Mirage and Clutch can come in, that would be phenomenal for them, but he does get spotted out. Clutch, will he get the kill? He does take down Erupt. That's one low HP player as well. Traxed over towards that B-long area. Mir takes him down, so a 1 versus 2. Both players super low, though. You can see he had an opportunity, but Mirage was not able to win that one out. The 1 versus 2 barely going in the way of Hammers.
Mirage, a bit late to the party. I think he was looking towards CT for anybody swinging in from the maze flank. But no one ends up doing it, so he doesn't get the easy kill he was looking for, and does find himself in the 1v2 eventually. Now Clutch is absolutely letting them know, I'm here. I'm here. I'm playing this forklift. If you think you can do something about it, I would like to see you try.
Well, they're going to throw their nades to hopefully push him back, and it works. He's so low right now. Now he announces his position, seemingly still pushed him back, and The duel gets lost from Kai over towards that tunnel's position, but Clutch now could do so much damage, but he can't. He's so low from all those nades thrown. And now B could be open for the taking. Day finds one, and he tries to spray transfer over. He does get good damage, but does get taken out by Frost. So now A under siege. Bomb will get planted.
Mirage with this U ratio, unless somebody walks in front of him, it's going to be very difficult to get a kill on all the close angles pushing inside the A bomb site. Maybe Snoopy can give him some useful information.
Yeah, he's going to have to rely on Snoopy to at least distract, because if Snoopy can make his presence known, that might allow for Mirage to come in, but it seems like they're potentially already backing off unless Snoopy wants to go for this. They're going to have to go very quick if they are. And it seems like they are. Only a couple seconds left. Mirage does get taken out, and they both get taken down.
Frost
Interesting
with a double
choice. Yeah, an interesting choice to go for that retake. The bomb was super far ticked already. They still hadn't even gone onto the bomb site at that point. So losing all those players now means that their economy, you can see, is in tatters. Just some nades, upgraded pistols. But Snoopy decides to actually buy out the deagle and the armor, whereas Kai opts to really save. He has a GSR and the nade, but he's 3,400. Snoopy has $0. Not sure if that's a miscommunication issue there, but it seems like it won't really be affecting Hammers either way. Hammers having their path taken as they eliminate 2 of those players already. These pistols not really doing any damage here, so an interesting play. Snoopy, he bought the deagle and the armor, and he had the nades, so if he could do a bit of damage, that'd be good. He does, he find 1, so that's
Got himself an AUG.
Yeah.
I don't think he wants this 1v4, but I don't think that he gets to survive no matter where he goes.
Yeah, he's trying to do as much damage as possible, which he does, but Hammer's economy is so strong right now. You can see all of them have enough money to buy for weapons.
Mirage in a really difficult situation. He could have attempted to save, but they knew exactly where he was, and they know the only place that he could have gone if he chose to run away. And Mirage just says, yes, I will stand my ground. I will take out as many enemies as I can on my way out. It's 1v4. And here's Clutch with the HK. With some long distance shots. He gets a kill. Day gets a kill. Frost trades Day immediately. Clutch back on his forklift.
Yeah, Snoopy here will do a ton of damage if they decide to go towards A long, which they have not looked at all towards A long yet. Still, attention focused on mid. Snoopy, if he had the right timing.
Discovered today on this map is if you're where Snoopy is on A long and you take your opening shots and you try to back straight up, you will hit a girder sticking out of the wall and you won't be able to retreat. You have to maneuver around the girder.
Oh no, that's a terrible mistake. Side. Snoopy, he revealed his spot, but he didn't get a kill. Luckily, his teammates were there to trade him off, but maybe he'll take a listen to Warren's tips next time. Does get spotted out. Kai relaying that information to his teammates. He knows that Agonized might be going over towards that B site now. So Bob will get planted on B shortly enough.
Agonized did know that everyone was A. He heard Mirage fire from mid.
Bomb has been planted.
I believe Kai let off a couple shots as he was passing. So that's both players accounted for. He knows they're rotating from B. He doesn't know that they're coming from both maze and mid.
Well, that smoke reveals that one's from mid now, so he is aware. The shot fired off means that he's already close to the site. So if Agonized plays this one well, he hears them running now, and he takes down. That's a 1v1. Kai out of the round. Agonized now just has to hold on. Mirage, can he clutch this one out? If the time is ticking very low now, and Agonized, he's going to peek out. Is he going to peek out? No, he sticks it, but no, at the last second, he takes him out. Everyone dies in the chaotic round as we go into the last round of the half.
And I think that Mirage had to stick it. I think there was not enough time left on the bomb for a fake defuse.
No, definitely not. That was a smart play. Just unfortunate the timing there. So He wasn't able to win that out himself. And once again, holding them strong mid position. Often forced back by utility though. So Hammer's utility has been on point this game. B long presence has been very minimal though. So if they do decide to push up on XENOCIDE, might get good information on the fact that it is not a B play instantly. A heavy barrage of nades over towards mid. That signals that there might be some over towards mid, but it also could be a heavy A long play, which exactly it is. Kai has that HK, and Snoopy's always there as well. Already waiting. Spots one on the cross, tries to get some damage out, but now he's been spotted, and Trax shuts him out from long range. 4 versus 4. The SA-58s and the HKs really have to come alive here if XENOCIDE want to tie this game up.
It's like Trax is coming in without utility. He might not even need to go, though, because Frost kills Kai. Day is flashed off. And they're in the site.
Bomb has been planted.
They don't have a lot of health left.
Yeah, they're at a disadvantage here. 2v3. Weaponry still favoring Hammers a little bit, but player count heavily favoring XENOCIDE, and now it's just 1v3 Erupt. If he's able to clutch this one, he finds the first frag. Can he turn around for the second? He knows that there's one coming in from the spawn area, but he doesn't account for tunnels. And XENOCIDE, we tie it all up 6-6 as they manage to retake the bomb site.
What a great half. What a great pincher move by Clutch and Mirage right there on the A site retake as well. They finally got to the site quickly and arrived at the same time from different directions, and were able to have an almost unstoppable retake.
Yeah, that was a really good communication case study. If you could have heard the team comms, I'm sure they would have been counting down the steps for when they were going to go. But once again, heavy mid, and they're walking into a trap. XENOCIDE walking straight into the Piranha's mouth. The Venus flytrap right now as they go right onto the side. They are not aware. So many nades coming out. The flashes all here, and Trax and Erupt. They double team for 3 kills. Now Snoopy and Clutch left in the 1 versus 2. They don't have control of the bomb. And that was slightly in favor of XENOCIDE going in, but Hammers just recover. The flashbangs instant blinded.
Hammers took a tremendous risk with this position, and it has absolutely paid off. We are down to a 2v2, and Frost still has to look B long. Is there bomb control?
They've
Snoopy
actually
and Clutch
avoided
still
it.
need to pick up this bomb. Oh, fantastic Clutch. Sneaking up on Traxton Mage, and that is just fully a mind game, and he knives out, runs to the A bomb site.
Yeah, that's a brilliant play. Just playing slowly. Frost had an inkling that they were going to come from B long, but it's not where they're going to come up. So now he has an MR96, actually one of the guns you probably wouldn't want to rather have in a clutch. The fire rate very, very slow, so he's going to have to be precise with his shots if he wants to clutch this one out. Versus 2 players, this won't be easy. Bomb, he sees where it's planted, so he thinks he might know where they are, but he's going to get taken down. Snoopy takes the pistol round. A 2 versus 2 recovery there from XENOCIDE, as it just goes back and forth. 2 kills first from Xeno, then 3 kills from Hammers, and then they finish it off the round. So XENOCIDE are just able to pull it back regardless of the situation.
Very excited for the rest of this half. XENOCIDE chose this map, and when you pick a map, I think that is a team saying, we have some interesting ideas for how we're going to play our breach sides.
Oh, exactly.
And
I think so many maps have been determined by how strong can you hold on Coalition, but XENOCIDE might be redefining the meta here. Their breach sides have been very strong, and you can see right now, they're just going under the site. The shotguns, they know that Hammers have to be playing close range. Well, they get a taste of their own medicine. Mir is there waiting with the FP6, but they will get the bomb plant, and it should be a pretty secure round here. But actually, Clutch gets caught off guard a little bit. The nade doesn't do as much damage as he'd like. And now they're going to double up here.
Shotguns. Shotguns not great for a retake.
Also seemingly not good for holding onto the bomb site. Kai, they're having a tough time here as Kai finally picks up 2, but they're going to hold on. It got scary for a moment, but they do manage to pull it off.
It's always risky to plant the bomb with that many enemy players left alive because
Right.
once the bomb is planted, you lose the advantage of the coalition not knowing where you are, or at least not knowing where you might end up.
Right, and just the fact that they could have thrown nades from maze, right? That's always a threat factor for XENOCIDE. If Hammers just stacked maze and had nades, they could have killed the bomb planter and done tremendous damage. But that wasn't the case. And we'll see here as they finally have money to buy Hammers, how will they respond. They're playing a pretty default setup. 2 over towards B, 2 over towards A, and they have Mirzi playing the rotate over towards that coalition spawn area.
It's
Now,
an
this is the first
interesting
time.
smoke
Yeah.
grenade in
Yeah, I was about to
B
say.
side. It's saying we're going to take mid, and we would like you to, just leave us alone for a matter of seconds. We may or may not push B after it fades. Oh, Frost is ready for it to fade. Picks up a quick double kill. Does he get a third? What an amazing angle. It doesn't result in a kill.
Yeah, that smoke really allowed them to get some room, but XENOCIDE is wanting to capitalize on it, and now Trax, they're just holding strong here. He's been spotted over towards window, and they're all just taking 1v1 duels. They're not trading. Kai finally finds one, but he's all alone. The bomb on the A side. That smoke over towards A mid, I want to talk about that, was very interesting. We haven't seen a smoke like that in the game at all. This game so far. Since Hammers were on their breach side, they didn't throw that smoke very much. And XENOCIDE throwing it, they've surely been practicing their lineups.
Hammer's playing that round really well. Once you've got that 5 versus 3 advantage as coalition, you just want to stop moving. Say, we got the opening kills. Now you're down 2 players, and it's still your job to come to us. And you saw Trax sitting there in the container, waiting on his kill to come to him. It did, and he got it.
Well, they're making this one actually competitive. Yeah, they came in with not that many weapons. And they might leave with more than they came in with. Mirage finally trades it out, but it's Kai and Mirage to come in here. Kai surely hears them over towards that window area. The nade trying to flush them out of that head glitch area, but Frost is going to have a hard time looking for Kai as they're playing a very, very cheeky crossfire right now. Mirage walking over towards there, and Agonize takes it down in the clutch. The 1 versus 2. He does have time for the defuse.
What
Agonize.
a tremendous flick as well.
Bomb has been defused.
Wow, that is incredible. That should not have happened. They had both angles and they had the 2 versus 1, but he just flicks left to right, the 180.
There's not
like
a lot
the
you can
90.
do when your opponent hits a shot like that.
Yeah, that was... I mean, XENOCIDE were playing that right. They had a good crossfire setup. You just can't plan for a flick. So now it's all tied up. And we have such a close game. I love how close these matches have been.
You see Hammers playing much more conservatively around mid. When XENOCIDE was on the coalition side, you saw Clutch up the forklift every single round.
Well, it's almost like the roles have reversed. Now Clutch, he says, I want my forklift back. And so he's just taking it. He loves that position too much, so he's going to take it from mid, and he's going to go for the bomb plant with Day. Now Kai is just hoping that someone walks out of that tunnels area. And he does, but he doesn't catch the timing right. So it still should be around here for XENOCIDE, but if Hammers can pull off this retake, that would be quite honestly a tremendous failure from XENOCIDE. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, though, as Mirage cleans it up. 9 rounds to the 8 of Hammers. This is going back and forth. No team getting more than a 3-round lead, I believe.
Yeah, what a slugfest. What a slugfest. We'll see if economies ever get broken. Your money's always light when you're exchanging round wins.
Yeah, and once again, we mentioned Clutch in the beginning. It's still Clutch at the top. He's tremendous on the side for XENOCIDE.
It's so interesting. You see Almighty Frost is consistently a top fragger for Hammers, and he is the one with only a pistol on this half-buy. But maybe he's just that good with the MR96.
Yeah, it's one of those questions where it's, would you give your best player the AK or would you give your best player the pistol, right? Because your best player, if they're that good, they can do as much damage with the pistol as your other players can do with the AK. But I mean, if you want to really enable their strength, you might give them the AK, right? So it's an interesting question. Ultimately, Frost is going to stay on the pistol now because he has a low HP, but it should be around the XENOCIDE. Low HP on the track and Frost.
He's alive. Does he get a kill? He's not going down. He doesn't get a kill. But he sure wastes a lot of time on his way out.
Yeah.
12 hit points.
And now
Mirage,
1 versus 2. Can he clutch it? Yes! The 3K mowdown as he turns it around. He was in a very tough spot. Back against the wall, and yet he just turns around. I wish we had a replay, but he first killed the player over towards Coalition. Then he flicks over to Window and then kills the next player on Window. So
that reminds me of seeing him in the middle of A site. I think it was the original John Wick, but the hero is riding down a zip line, spinning in a circle with pistols, shooting in every direction, eliminating all of his opponents. That's what Mirage reminded me of in the end of that round. Moving into this one with 2 quick kills. They don't actually have a site control. Erupt is still here as Day discovered.
Once again, the protectors will allow the bomb to go down, but there is always that risk of playing the bomb and there's a gunfight going on. Snoopy, though, perfect angle. Just eradicates Agonize from the server.
And here's the U ratio, the breach-sided U ratio, and another weak buy coming out for Hammers. We see a shotgun, we see 2 SA-58s. A third SA-58. And here's Frost on the HK. Now you give your ace your best gun. Let's see what he does with it.
Playing over towards that mid area, which is where most of the action happens here. So we'll see. He hasn't peeked out just yet, but could get some attention if he gets the right timing here. All is slow.
And you wonder, Hammers, after a series of 4 spies and half buys, if they lose this round, are they going to have much going into the next? The opening kill was very important. Traxt is certain to kill anybody who walks in front of him.
Snoopy takes that.
It's difficult to win that duel with the U ratio, but he does.
Yeah, they're just walking into the death trap, it seems, right now. Hammers securing that mid-area track. Oh, he's going to come out with the P250. He doesn't have a long-range weapon, so he has to change the P250, but now Erupt might be in a tough spot. He does get the frag on the Day, but he himself is low. So this is the tale of the low HP players.
Mirage does pick one up. See Snoopy, when you're down to a 2v2.
Oh, and another!
Oh, wow. And they try to take a site. This is the only site being defended. Mirage thinks better of it.
Moment.
Takes
that's
the
a
bomb
perfect
to
timing.
B. Does he know that this is a safe plant?
Bomb has been planted.
They do seem to know where Erupt is coming from. They smoked off perfectly, but Erupt is through very quickly.
Oh, they
Looks
don't.
like he's going to get a timing on Snoopy here.
Oh, this is perfect. Perfect timing from him. He doesn't get the second kill, but he might just go for the stick right now.
Taps the bomb. Now they're in mind games. Which way? Oh, Erupt.
Perfectly done, Erupt. That trigger discipline, absolutely pristine in his favor. He spotted them both, and he knew that they didn't see him. And what a round from him. That's the mind game. That's the 200 IQ play.
And I wonder, it looked like on his first fake defuse, he was covered from the backside of Maze as he looked for the peak from the side of Maze exit closer to the Coalition spawn. And that's how he got the information that when Mirage peaked, he would peek from the other direction, gave it a second fake tap, and was ready that time. Oh, and Agonized. The wall banging through the staircase. Only gets one, though. Here's XENOCIDE out on the B site very quickly. Another very fast plant.
It's going to have to be another clutch retake here from Hammers, and they started off strong. That's a good way to start, but low HP plagues Trax and Erupt. They're going to have to do so much damage without sustaining any hits on their end, and that's going to be tough. Trax, though, does find one, and still a 2 versus 2. Mirage and Kai up against the odds here as he's going to come in. He does get the first frag and the second. They team up, and do they have time for the defuse? Yes, they have more than enough time. This game keeps on giving 10-11. What a matchup.
And now Marizi's on the U ratio, and Snoopy is not. Curious where on the map they send this sniper rifle. Looks like they're flashed off of A long very quickly. Coalition with 3 players towards the A bomb side, only 2 on B. A bit of a stalemate as they concede mid control fully.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they know that Kai is actually over towards A long, that he actually managed to cross on over.
Their B site takes for XENOCIDE have been very successful. Their B side post plants almost never successful.
Yeah,
But
Kai could
if
definitely
they
just
did move towards B, it's the more takeable bomb site if that's the execution they choose. Oh. Just like you mentioned, Mark. Here's Kai. Metal Gear Solid moves through.
perfect timing.
Doesn't even push the site.
Yeah, he's going to be hitting his head there. That was Mirzi. He was watching for so long. Finally, he does get the trade, though. And he could get another one. He spots one over towards the window. They're just giving him the 1vx duels right now. Trax spots them. Mirage finally gets a frag, but a 2 versus 3. The bomb site is not secure, but they're still going to go for the shot here. And Mirzi finds the frag onto Mirage. Day now has to clutch 1 versus 3. As he hears the sniper, is he going to walk into the sniper scope? Mirzi now guns out, finds one, finds not the second. And so Hammers, they tie it up. We go the distance here as it is 11-11. Hammers, talk about comebacks here. Last season, it was on the breach side. Doesn't seem like much of a comeback, but they were down 3 rounds. XENOCIDE are ready to take this 11-8. And they've clawed it back to an even game now.
They're back on good guns. XENOCIDE still has enough money to buy as well. XENOCIDE needs to find 2 rounds to win their map pick. They've had some amazing executions on sites. They've had a lot of plants. Their post plants have been very difficult, sometimes requiring heroics. You know, triple kills from Mirage spinning around in the middle of the site. Secure a plant. Here's Clutch moving in fast.
But he's blinded, and they aren't winning their fights right now. You can see finally they get 1 frag, but it's not enough. Hammers, they win these trades right now. Mirzi trying to get something else done. Day all the way alone over towards mid. He's going to try and do as much as he can, but nothing to his avail.
Snoopy needs to get this bomb back. They're not prepared for him to come in through mid. He could get a great timing on the stairs, but he needs to walk it out.
Oh, he
Still got the timing available.
Deja Vu timing? No, he doesn't. Hammers, they take the lead back 12-11. XENOCIDE now on the back foot. Now it's Hammers' turn to close out the game and steal away XENOCIDE's map pick. What a roller coaster it's been here in the first match of the grand finals. Hammers have been trailing for most of this game, trying to claw their way back, but right when it matters most, they take the lead. And it could be the last round of the game. Hammers, they're going to go for a 1-for-1 trade. The A site being taken, but that bomb going to get planted. Will it get taken down? No. Clutch and Mirage are so low. Erupt finds the full HP player. Day does get the trade, but this is tough as Clutch somehow goes around, finds the timing. And now,
what a
a 3 versus
fantastic
2.
and necessary kill from Clutch. And he could sneak up behind Agonized and Frost.
He very
He's
well
gone
could.
back onto the A-bomb site.
Now, XENOCIDE, are they taking it to the last round? It might be Agonized. He's going to try and come around. He doesn't take down Day. And look at the HP. Clutch and Day somehow take it here as we go the entire distance. 12-12. XENOCIDE will not give up at this last round.
Clutch and Day barely surviving. And on this match point, this game-winning round, Hammers has 2 shotguns.
Oh, the flash has come in lethally right now. XENOCIDE, everybody's flashed right now, so it takes him a bit of time to just go back
Don't
here.
want to walk into Marizi's shotgun right here.
Absolutely not, but the flash, they know. Hammers, they flash out A long because they know they're over towards A long. XENOCIDE.
Oh, and look
thought
at
of the
this
same idea.
rotation. They're 5 stacking the A-bomb site. Hammers is very, very, very prepared for an A site execute. This could go poorly for XENOCIDE.
This could be all or nothing here as they're catching out one. That's high. The early entry on, and they get doubled. Right now, Drax, can he get something? Yes, he does, but he gets traded out. Hammers, it's falling apart for them at the seams. Potentially the last round here, as there's still a player. That's Clutch over towards A long and finally going to rotate, but Clutch, oh my goodness, the perfect timing, and he takes down Agonized. Frost now alone, 1 versus 3, as he ever was, finds the first frag, but he's going to need to get 2 more, and they're going to make it as hard for him as possible. Clutch, sitting over towards A long, makes it a pest now. Frost doesn't know if he's going to peek over towards A long, but little does he know, Frost is already, or Clutch is already with his teammate Kai. And so
Moving quickly, he doesn't have time to go anywhere, but almost straight to the bomb.
Frost, he's not going to be able to clutch it out. XENOCIDE steal it away again. The back and forth as XENOCIDE barely clinched their map pick. Day, and remarkable performance. Frost as well. But we go the full distance, and ladies and gentlemen, that is absolutely remarkable. As we see both teams fighting.
Map. Gosh, just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Clutches. How many rounds were won by clutches? How many rounds did the last surviving players have slivers of health?
Too many. And that's how you know this is going to be a great grand finals, ladies and gentlemen. Day had 27 kills. Mirage, 22 as well. And so, I mean, Frost, his team showed up. They showed up tremendously, but they were a more teamwork-based team. And so we'll have to see here. Will XENOCIDE, will they win it in 2-0? Or will Hammers take us to map number 3? Because next up, we have Plaza after a quick break with both of these teams. Stay tuned, everybody. This is going to be exciting.
Don't forget, there are giveaways in the chat during the break between games. So stay in the chat for giveaways, and we'll see you when we get back.
There's also a Twitter poll as well. So if you want to vote on who you think will win, go to the Twitter, which is Compact Esports, and go vote on who you think will win. We'll be back after the break. Stay tuned, everybody. light. You can't really do anything, but he finally takes down Snoops, and now the B bomb site looks like it might actually be open for the taking. Somehow XENOCIDE are there making it work. Gloxy, the last man standing, a 1 versus 4. This one has to be tough. He was able to do the 1 versus 3, but he can't. Actually, he does get the first frag. That's a low HP player. The second, can he get the third? Yes, the third. Just 1 left. Can he do it time and time again? He is 1 HP versus Code. This is a 7-0 on his score record actually right now, and he has to take down that of Code. But Gloxy, can he do it? No, he can't. Denied by Code at the last second. Once again, Mirzi could find an opening frag here. Abrupt does find a couple, and this is actually heavily in favor of IFL right now. This is a 4 versus 2, but Trax is gonna come in for 3 kills. Can he get the 4th? No, he can't. How is this happening right now? Trax turns it all around, and Jake puts him in a perfect spot. The clutch just went out. The bomb is planted, and Jake knows it was planted recently, so this gives him time, opportunity to come onto the bomb side. He does get spotted out though, but can he clutch this one out? He's low. Snoops, they're dancing around each other right now, but he can't get the frag. He's gonna have to pull out his pistol, and he's getting taken down. IFL, Snoops, despite everything he had to do there, despite Jake getting so many kills, you can see it's going to be a huge hit. Matt, he's going to have to hold as much as he can. And this crossfire is going to tear them apart. Hammers, nothing they can do as Matt and 928, they combine for 4 massive frags. And it's just Jake left over towards this B-long area. He gets shut down too. IFL 2 rounds in a row where no one dies from these grenades. And Matt always going to get his presence out. No, he's not. Daylight's going to find the first frag. But, oh, Nathan, what? He gets the knife kill. He gets 2 knife kills. What is happening? Wave finds a frag in return, and Nathan ends up getting a 3rd as well. This is 3K for him. He could clutch out with the 4th with 2 knife frags. Can he do it? No, he can't. But still, what just happened?
To A side and no, head on to B, and they're just waiting for you there. That's heartbreaking right there. And sure enough,
okay, 3 frags. I think this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Code is gonna erupt the ace. Wave. So a 2 versus 3 retake now ensues. As it is AG2 to find that frag on the Nathan. Nathan was trying to go over to storage, and AG2 comes in as well. Elko, the last man standing between IFL and map number 1. As he does spot 928, but he's not going to get the kill. Oh, AG2, he misses the shot. And Elko, is he going to get taken down? Yes, he does. And IFL, they replicate last season's or last month's scoreline.
Do you feel the competition? Play Critical Ops tournaments now on Gizer to win cash prizes and exclusive credits. Download Gizer to compete in mobile gaming tournaments for real cash.
Inside, he's gonna get naded down there. A little bit of damage on him, but Mickey is fast on the flank. Inside, he gets two massive frags there. Allows for his team to come in. And outside, he's gonna be able to get the 4K.
Welcome back, everybody. We are here once again for map number 2 of the Critical Ops Circuit Season 2, main tournament number 1, North America Grand Finals. It's so many words to say. We got it all through, though, finally. And after that first match, how could you not want more? I'm so excited. 13-12, that first map went down. XENOCIDE, they picked that map, but it was close. Hammers pushed them to the limit on a 13-12 there, and we saw everybody was tested. Everybody on the entire server. Clutches left and right. Not only Clutch, his name, but everybody in the server. They had to clutch. Warren spoke about it. How many rounds did we have to go back and forth where they were just 1vx's with slivers of HP? Too many to count. That's the correct answer. So either way, I'm super excited to get into this one. Once again, want to give a quick shout out to the sponsors, Gizer, Compact Esports, as well as Critical Force for helping run this entire series here. And also give a quick shout out to our EU casters, Twist and A-Master. They did some great casting earlier today, but this is some interesting stuff, Warren. I'm excited for Plaza because we really haven't seen it very much in the circuit so far.
Sorry, Mark, I was muted. Plaza is my absolute favorite map in the game. It's one of, in my opinion, and people disagree with me here, I think it is one of the breach-sided maps in the map pool. I think it's almost impossible to hold mid on Plaza as well. I think there's so many places for breach players to be. I think it's very difficult to defend those sites consistently. I'd love to see Hammers on their own map pick because on port, I really feel like they won a lot of rounds they had no business winning. Just explosive site retakes. They were almost better at retaking sites and defusing bombs than they were at taking sites and planting bombs. Just exploding in with kills, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for us on Plaza. All the different attacks.
Yeah, I think Plaza is certainly an interesting one. Like you said, we just haven't seen it very much, but mid, huge contention point because it can be peaked by so many places. If you're on the breach side of mid and Plaza, you are never safe. Never in your life will you ever be safe in mid. You're going to get peaked from B long. You're going to get peaked from maybe house, from square. Maybe you're going to get peaked from connector. So there's so many places where the coalition can just run behind you. And that's a map this is an interesting map, or an interesting part about Plaza is that flanks are just so quick because you can just run on A long and then you're behind all of them, right? They're all going mid. It's a very linear map, very easy to kind of predict. It is curved, but still. Something that is interesting about Plaza's, flanks happen pretty quickly. So I'm curious to see whether XENOCIDE will capitalize on this. Hammers, they haven't really played this, and we just haven't seen as much either. But Hammers yesterday, they're probably not as happy. They won 2-0 yesterday versus Inquisitive, but XENOCIDE as well. They've had to they've had to have tough matches, right? They've had to come back quite a bit. Hammers have also had to do that in the past, but this has been a little bit of an easier of a bracket for them.
And this is match point for XENOCIDE. Hammers has to win their map pick to take us to round 3 of the best of 3. One thing I'm really looking forward to, we may or may not see, there's a camp angle on A mid from the coalition side. There's a little trolley right inside the entrance, and you can jump up on that trolley. And I always miss that jump, but it's an angle you can camp the entry from. It's not necessarily that useful, but it's often unexpected, and I'd really like to see some hijinks around that particular spot on the map, and I hope we do.
I know that there's angles where you can kind of peek through as a sniper from A mid over to that truck position, but I will have to keep an eye out for that because I haven't really seen that as much. I think a big contention point will be connector. How frequently will we see teams flanking from connector or just duels happening through connector? We'll have to find out because it'll be interesting. But we're going to take a quick look at the brackets right now, just to throw back to see them from the past. So if you just look at it right here, you can see they've had to go through quite a bit. So Hammers, first round they played versus Vivid Heavens. Next they played versus Amplified, which they've won, right? So they've gone this entire tournament without dropping a map. And now at the final stage, they've dropped the very crucial map here. So that's something that's very interesting to kind of note here. And if you guys maybe want to be where Hammers Esports are at, if your team didn't really make it to the first main tournament, you can still join the second main tournament, right? It's possible to even get to where Hammers Esports are at or where XENOCIDE are at, because most teams, you got to go through that open qualifier season as well. And so that means that, there's so much opportunity for the teams to go through. You can see here max 128 teams, but you just got to be quick, sign up for that qualifier, and make your way on into the top. You can see the top players will advance to the main tournament number 2. And the top 8 here have already secured their spot in the second main tournament. So we'll see these 8 teams, which are Hammers, Amplified, Underestimated, Inquisitive, XENOCIDE, Misery, as well as Elevate and Bless. They will be already in the main tournament for number 2, which is March of 2021. And then we'll see 8 teams advance from the second qualifier. So sign up if you guys want to participate and potentially even be here on this stream. There's so much information for you waiting on compactesports.com. You can learn more about it there. But without further ado, this match surely is going to be amazing. I think, honestly, how sided do you think this match is? Do you think it's going to be more of like a breach-sided map or coalition-sided map? Or do you think it's pretty even for both sides?
I believe that this is a breach-sided map. I think strong breach play can be difficult. Not as breach-sided as perhaps, say, Raid before the map changes that were recently made. But I think that the breach is advantaged here. I'm wondering if it's just going to be a Hammers Esports-sided map, though. When we see them fighting so hard against XENOCIDE on XENOCIDE's map pick, when Hammers is on their home map, their best map, their favorite map, are they just going to be dominant? Because on Port, they were finding their way back into rounds with the power of their fragging, just their ability to get kills. And here on Plaza, there's potential for Hammers to be very dominant, I think.
Right. And because it's such an unusual map to see in the circuit, right? We just haven't seen it very often. I'm curious to see which guns they'll use, right? I think we talked about the HK and the SA kind of being underdog weapons throughout the circuit right now. Obviously, the SA-58 is probably becoming the most mainstream second-round weapon, right? People love buying the SA-58. Obviously, we've seen, Day get that 4K over towards A-Long on Port. That's an absolute masterclass of the gun, but there's so many different opportunities now for the HK, for the SA-58 to do some damage. Will that really be taking over the M4 or the AUG? I think the AUG still holds its spot on the coalition side. On the breach side, I think people like the SG, but the AK still reigns supreme there. So because, it's $300 cheaper and you can really get some more utility with that, which matters a lot at the top of the echelon here when we're talking about esports.
There's a lot of places on this map that you're going to want to use a flash grenade immediately. I'd call it a contact flash grenade, but A-mid is one. You can be fairly confident that somebody is going to be peeking into cross in that blue truck from A-mid, and you want them flashed or smoked right away, because that's a very advantaged pre-fire for the coalition. So from the breach side, you don't want them taking that. That's a duel you can win, but it's not really a duel that you want to take. A long is another place that both teams might want to have a flash immediately, because once you get into A long, it's very hard to get anyone out of A long once they are there. It can also be very difficult to get yourself out of A long from the breach side. Once you're camping in either of those cubbies in A long, players playing on A site have a great angle into you when you try to get out of those cubbies. But yeah, that's a lot of utility that you're going to want to throw out at the very beginning of the round, just to make sure you're safe getting to the parts of the map that you'd like to be. You can also, you have a great option as the breach to play very conservatively for the first minute of the round, to hang back behind your blue trucks closer to T-spawn and wait out a lot of that utility that the coalition might be forced to throw.
Yeah. I mean, just speaking about the cubbies over towards A-long, those are pretty much one and done spots, right? Like if you're trapped in there, there's very little opportunity for you to get out. But I mean, we can talk about the map itself all day. Let's transition a little bit to actually talk about the teams themselves. So we have some facts actually about the players, and just looking at them right now, you can see, I mean, we have some interesting stats here and interesting facts that Clutch, his favorite two weapons are the SG and the HK. So that kind of answers a lot of our questions here about, is it the M4? Is it the AUG? Is it the AK-47, right? He actually prefers the SG and the HK, both of those. So you can see, I mean, I wish we could have kills by weapon. That would be a great stat to have, but you can see here on the side of XENOCIDE, they're playing very strong, and these aren't the most up-to-date with the last game in mind. But, I mean, yeah, Day, he's had phenomenal clutches already.
You see, there were so many clutches. Calling back to my favorite, I believe it was Mirage with the triple kill on A site on port last map. A lot of multi-kills at the beginning of that map as well. There was, I think, a 4K almost immediately. I believe it was from Day. And did he use an HK? No, that was with the SA-58. That was on the eco round, the second round of port. I believe Day got a 4K almost immediately on an A long rush.
Yeah,
and here we see the kills for Hammers Esports. A lot of great play out of every player on Hammers Esports. Almaty Frost and Marizi stood out to me. Some of their plays around the B site. It was just again such an explosive part of the map consistently from both sides for both teams. Just on B site with those retakes, people coming in hot and fast and playing a lot of very interesting angles. You saw Clutch really liked his forklift, and Hammers on the coalition side almost never pushed out towards mid from the B site at all. Perhaps not on even a single round. They chose to just give up mid every round, which was really interesting. But it made their B site defense indecipherable. Not impenetrable. The XENOCIDE had a lot of success getting into the B site, but once they're not mid, you've got to figure there's still going to be some players somewhere towards that B site, and it's a lot scarier to take B site when you didn't just kill a player on the forklift.
Right. Yeah, that mid area was very highly contentious, but Hammers actually were playing with a sub in. Agonized was their sub. We didn't see a Verdi in that game, and I believe that they have a Verdi here for the map of Plaza. So maybe that's their killing blow. They have a Verdi back, could potentially be their biggest weapon here. But we will see a little bit on the delay here. Just quick apologies to the stream. I know usually we get in these games pretty quick. The teams had to, just get settled down a little bit. So we are waiting for the teams to be ready. And once the teams are ready, once they're done with their knife round, we should be good to go on in here. But I believe maybe we are ready. I'm not sure. Maybe we're doing the knife round. So we're just getting word here from the folks in our ears that we will be getting in the knife round. So we'll show you the knife round very shortly once the teams are here. And you can see it on the screen right now, actually, that both teams are ready for the knife itself. We'll see. I believe it's Hammers starting out here on the Coalition side for the knife versus XENOCIDE on the breach side. We'll see who wins here. This will determine whether you start on the breach or the Coalition side. Once again, if you're a little bit of a newer viewer, and you can see pretty even actually right now. The time being a 1v1 trade on a knife round is a little bit unusual, but they're just kind of playing dancing right now. Snoopy's going to be able to find a frag there, and XENOCIDE, they're winning this one single-handedly, but Hammers are going to come back. It's a 1 versus 1 now, and XENOCIDE, they win it. They are able to pick out which side they want to start on Hammers map pick. So now coming into this one here, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we aren't sure what XENOCIDE is going to pick. I believe they're going to pick the breach side, if this is a breach-sided map, but we'll see how they start off.
See, we're still waiting on the team swap, and I'd love to see them start on the breach side. It's been explained to me that typically teams will choose the Coalition side after winning the knife round, but it would be a real confidence play for XENOCIDE to choose the breach side to begin this map after winning that round.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if it's live or not, but we're gonna play it out like it's live. It seems like maybe not so much right now.
Breach wins.
So once we are live, we should be getting on in good, and yes, we are live now.
And XENOCIDE has chosen to play on the breach side, and they're going with all armor. No fancy pistols here for XENOCIDE. P250s and armor. And remember the last pistol round at the beginning of Port, we saw 5 players on one team crash into 5 players from another team immediately. There's a lot more patience on this map. Players crawling up B long, splitting between B long and house. So many angles to check, but they're not going to find anyone. Hammers still doesn't know about any of this. Playing purely for the retake. Here's Frost. Frost is going to see someone soon. Presumably enter onto the B site.
Yeah, they're going to make their presence known if they have to jump out of house area, but now he spotted a couple players now, and oh, that's a quick headshot on the Mirage, taking it out. Can he find any others? No, he's going to fall back, throw the nade onto the site, hopefully get some damage. Just tickles Kai a little bit, and Day now trying to maintain the house area. No, he can't. A rub taken down very low, and the players all so low from Hammers here, but Snoopy can't get the kills. It's Kai now in a 1 versus 3. He's gonna get pincered from every single angle now. He spoke to 1. Can he get the second? Yes, he takes down a rub, and he knows that these last 2 players are low. If he can find the frags, that would be incredible, but he can't. And Hammers, they come in for the defuse, the retake successful on their part. XENOCIDE, though, they still get the bomb plant.
So let's see if we have a buy coming into this round with the bomb plant. They may still choose to eco. Here's Kai with M1887.
Yeah, the shotgun's coming out here for XENOCIDE, potentially hearkening to a quick A play, as A seems to be a little bit of a closer range map. But I mean, shotguns aren't really as useful on the breach side as the Coalition side for Plaza. It seems like they're going to try and go towards B, yeah.
To see the plan to get kills with these shotguns. Would require a mistake in positioning from Hammers Esports.
And that's not going to happen right now.
Kills.
Yeah, well. Hammers cleaning up XENOCIDE's mess that they've made over towards B long. As Kai, solo shotgun player, finds one. Could potentially get something
Make
more
it a second
here.
here. Oh, that timing. 2 players to wait for him anyway. Even had Kai gotten that kill, he was likely to die immediately afterwards.
They pick up 2 frags here on XENOCIDE, but not really a round that they had much going into. So now they're going to have money to buy. You can see
AKs and SGs.
And Hammers are going to hold on to their SA-58s. So SA-58s, M4s, and HKs across the board for them. We'll see how they maintain their composure. They're playing a default 2A, 2 mid, 1B setup here. Oh, they're going to walk through the smoke. Oh my god, the timing! What just happened there? They both walked through at the exact same time, but Kai gets the better of it. Averti.
And Frost just re-smoking this. They want mid smoked off for as long as possible. That's their way of handling the difficulty of defending that part of the map.
Trax, if he peeks out towards A mid, he's going to see that flash coming out now. So communicating that to his teammates that, hey, I released a couple folks over towards A mid. Mirzi now falling back as he's also seen some nades. So Hammer's not 100% sure where the hit's going to come from, and neither does XENOCIDE, really. The bomb's still all the way over towards streets as Trax takes down Clutch. Now it's an even 4v4. But they're so spread out, XENOCIDE. They're hoping that Hammers might push and get aggressive, but it looks like they're aiming to go towards B.
Kai is in the house. Kai should have been spotted by now. Oh, there's the kill. Erupt takes out Kai. Snoopy takes out Trax, but that's not a very useful kill because the rest of his team's here on the B bomb side. That is a useful kill.
Through the shot, that's through the box too, but now a 4 seconds left in the round. I don't think Snoopy has time to play. He's going to try his best, but the time played perfectly here as they just delayed their push too long. XENOCIDE, they couldn't get anything done. That was a failed delay play by them, and Hammers did a great job of just buying time there.
They were looking for some aggression after they got their 5v4 advantage, and Hammers just didn't give them anything. And once Trax got his kill, bringing it back to a 4v4, they were just purely stalled out. See, mid here is just grenade central. Kai tries to push through the smoke again this round. It doesn't work out.
Yeah, the nade's going to come back here. Mirzi, he wants to push them back as far as possible there. Throws that out. And now Frost reclaims his position over towards that trash can at mid. So XENOCIDE with a man disadvantage. They're going to try and take mid if they can. They have control of B long. But House still under the watch of Mirzi. They want to peek out. They're going to have to take him out, and Day is going to have a tough opponent here. He's been spotted out, but he himself takes a big chunk of damage for that kill onto Mirzi. Now Frost spots them out over towards mid. And now as we come into an even 4 versus 4, Day still alive, but Clutch gets taken out now. And so Mirage able to clutch it out, or trade it out at least. But XENOCIDE, they can't let this fall to time again like it did last round. They're going to try and rotate over towards A, but it's going to have to be quick and precise.
Now Day is carrying the bomb with almost no health left. He should be safe. This could be absolutely brutal. What a necessary kill by Mirage. He might be able to get a bomb plant.
Oh, this is going to be tough.
Genius moves and some luck.
2 HP. Couldn't do anything. Yeah, that's tough. And XENOCIDE having a very flat start. This is unlike the XENOCIDE we've seen in this tournament thus far. And it might be that linchpin factor of having a Verdi here. I mean, we could check out how he's doing. He is seeming to be a little impactful there. 4-1 on the scoreboard, up there with his team. And we'll see.
Imagine the B side players last round were communicating, hey, if they're not on B by now, after all those opening kills, they're probably rotating A. And Hammers was very ready for it.
No one from XENOCIDE to receive that nade, but there are folks at home on the A side. Hammers have played this very spread out defense. It looks like a
lot more patience from both teams. We haven't seen a Hammers esport member playing on the B bomb side itself this early in the round yet. But here, Marizi is doing so. We've got a player in house. And XENOCIDE yet to test any entrances. Here's Clutch with the first peek. It doesn't pay off.
And the crucial thing is his team doesn't trade him. They just waited. So it could lead Trax to get another kill. He's going to move forward, deny them vision, and they don't know he's here. He's going to spot one out. There's a good amount of damage on the Mirage. But Frost,
a lot of information. He saw 3 players. Here comes Frost. He takes out one. And that's a great trade kill.
Yeah, Rupt enters back with the HK, but this is going very poorly for XENOCIDE. No rounds for them thus far, as the AUGs and the HKs shut them down. So, round 6 here we come, but XENOCIDE, they're also money broke. So they're going to go just for the pistols, couple flashbangs maybe here and there. Hammers, their lead extends to 6 potentially after this round.
A lot of what XENOCIDE is doing is hoping for a peek, and Hammers is not giving them one. Now here with the pistols, they're playing much more aggressively. They say with these guns, we have to make things happen. They've gotten a couple opening kills.
But Trax, that's the ace from Trax to shut them out. I mean, it's an eco, but still nonetheless, that is a clip in itself.
Tremendous round from Trax.
Yeah, that's a good highlight from him.
Yeah, the ace was from a number of angles as well. He didn't just spray into 5 people lined up for him. He had to flick around to pick off the 3rd, 4th, and 5th guy.
We'll see now XENOCIDE. They played with no fear on those pistols, but they don't have to play like that if they want to get at least their first breach side round, and that's a terrible start. Frost just obliterates Mirage and Clutch, and now down to a 3 versus 5. A minute 30 still left on the clock. Averti shuts him out as well. This is so tough for them. As finally Day answers back with 1 kill, but that might not be enough. These rounds go by so quick.
Kill because Hammers Esports walked into him. He needs to go find a kill. Oh, and he does. And a 3rd. Okay. Yes, Mark, these rounds have been moving very fast. The last one and now this one. Down to a 2v2 already. 1 minute left in the round. A real change of pace from when XENOCIDE was losing rounds by running the timer out. And now, it would be great if they could move away from the A bomb site, but Marizi is very ready for it. Looks like he's ready for the 2nd player as well. He pre-fire him. It wasn't fruitful. Day gets a kill. He can plant. And this is going to be a very interesting 1 versus 1. 3 health on Day, but not much more on Averti. 1 bullet from either of these guns anywhere on the body of either player.
Oh, Day spotted him.
Should end the round.
Oh my. Finally, the first round. He was about to run out of ammo too. If he had missed that single shot, he would have lost. So
it took Day, I believe, 4 kills, or was that the ace? That round. I think 4 kills to get XENOCIDE's first round win here on Plaza.
they have to pull off many more multi-kills. They wanted to make it competitive here. It's been not as competitive as last game. More single-sided, but...
Here we see A mid is just Grenade City. Looks like Averti's out of utility and fell back to house. Frost is still here. Watching mid, but ready to turn back towards the entrance to the A side if he needs to. Now, if they successfully kill Traxt here, if XENOCIDE is able to take Traxt out, it looks like it's not going to give them another peek. We've got XENOCIDE working 2 angles at once. Both Hammers Esports players just fall back off of their angles, but XENOCIDE doesn't know this, and they don't take map control off the slivers of damage they just did. Reezy with 1 kill. Frost with a 2nd. Just not finding the space.
Yeah, they're not trading. Once again, it comes back to the basics. XENOCIDE are just letting their teammates die, and they're taking the 1v1s. Hammers are playing together as a cohesive unit. Averti finally gets 1, and Snoopy puts him down. So
Frost is very ready for this. He sees the front of the AK. Prepared for Snoopy to walk out house, and he just goes down. And now we're on Vector's SA-58. Snoopy does have a sniper rifle. I believe that's the first breach-sighted sniper rifle. We'll see if it can change things here. This could be a kill. Timing's not there.
Oh,
And
that's
they're just
tough for
smoked
Kai.
off everywhere. By the time these smokes fade, there's only about 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the round to move up towards a bomb site.
Yeah, Frosty's going to find one frag onto Kai, but this is still a tough situation. Now with the 4 versus 5. XENOCIDE, they have not been able to get anything done. Finally, though, maybe they're going to come in, but Mir, he just shuts them down over towards mid area, and now Erupt should be able to close them out. Yes, he does. 8-1. This is destruction here as Hammers just continue to lengthen their lead. 7 rounds now in their favor.
Feels like Hammers is winning a good number of their 1 versus 1 duels, but it also feels like every time XENOCIDE moves forward, there's a different player on Hammers Esports shooting them from the side. Again, we open the round with plenty of smoke grenades. And a very fast B long push. This is the first round we've seen this. It's the 10th round. Something has to change. Clutch gets a vector kill.
Yeah,
Averti's like not giving up house though.
Oh my goodness, this is just absolute domination. Averti just runs out, jumps out with the HK. It seems every time they peek house, they just dry peek it. That's an interesting thing I've noticed. They don't flash it. They don't try and smoke it off. They just try and peek it and take the duel. And maybe they have to change that up a little bit. You can see Snoopy just waits for the early frag, and he does find one. And the nade, not really doing that much damage under Frost, but still.
Coalition wins.
He's going to take him out. So yeah, if they peek house, I would like to see some utility use because they've been losing their duels every time over towards house.
You really need utility to take almost any part of this map safely. Especially against an organized team. But you really don't expect Averti to drop out of the house back onto the B-bomb site like that. They knew he was there, and when you're taking B from B long, you think, okay, there's someone there. Maybe I'll hug the wall. You know, I'll be aware of it. Maybe I'll throw a smoke in that window. He's gonna, be looking. He's probably gonna still be camping the staircase for the rest of my teammates who might be coming, and letting his own team come in from Coalition spawn. Instead, he just drops out of the window and starts spraying people down. And right when you finally looked like you were about to have a good sight take.
Yeah, Frost is potentially very quick on the flank. Trax takes one down, and now he's going to rotate out. Now they have full control, and Day, the last man standing, found 2 frags. Nice headshots there, but if he jumps down, he's going to get killed. Either way, his life has ended. Last round of the half, Hammers very, very single-sided on this map. This is heavily in favor of Hammers.
We'll see. XENOCIDE they need this round, but they need every round. I could say that every single round from here on out, if there is a comeback, they need this one, they need the next one, and they need the next 10 after that.
Yeah, even just for momentum's sake, not even for actually winning the game, but if they can even make it a close match, that might help them going into map number 3, potentially, if we do see map number 3. If we don't, I'd be very surprised. But I am expecting Grounded at this point with the way XENOCIDE has been performing. An absolute blowout.
And with the way Hammers has been performing, okay, here's a flash in.
Okay,
they do get the kill, even though they peeked after the flash faded. But Averti trades one right back. There's your trade kills. Clutch and Day get trade kills onto Frost and Averti. And we're in the 3v2. But Hammers has been so sneaky. Another trade kill, but even ready for the peek. And now Day's in another 1v1.
Yeah, he still has full utility, though. So he could use that all.
Has been planted.
He could use it all, but he's not going to use any of it. And Mirzi's just going to run and gun, shoot him out there. I'm not sure what it is with XENOCIDE, but they oftentimes just opt to not use their utility.
Been diffused.
And it seems like this has been a very tough game for them. 1-2. 11 as Xenocide now onto the Coalition side. Maybe they can get this one. If they don't get this pistol round, it's done game. I'm calling it.
And it seems like from the breach, both of the entrances, they looked like they wanted to work, that they wanted to take peeks, they wanted to triangles, were smoked from the beginning of every round, but then re-smoked. But let's see these pistols.
Now, we understand that there's an overlay glitch, too, so this is not grounded if you guys like to know anything. So we'll see here. Plaza, maybe this puts something out there, but it seems like Hammers have control of it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're losing it. So it's an even fight right now, and Xenocide, finally they pick up a round. Kai comes in with a massive 3K from behind. As we see it, Xenocide maybe just a sliver of hope.
They should have this round. They've got SMGs and SA-58s against pistols. If they're going to win a third round, it's going to be this one. See Hammers moving up B long as a group. Moving in from house and B long. Kai gets the first kill. They retreat immediately. They're moving as a pack. It looks like they're trying to find a place where Xenocide is not. But at this point in the game, Xenocide is everywhere, and they are closing in fast. Here's Kai with the SMG. About to shoot someone in the back. Well, shoot erupt in the front, as it were. Marizi getting the bomb plant, though.
Bomb has been planted.
Somehow, some way.
Count for
Incredible.
luck. There's no way he clutches this out, but...
I'm defusing the bomb.
Great plant on a very difficult round for Hammers
Bomb has
Esports.
been defused.
And now we're rifles against rifles.
Indeed, rifles against rifles. Xenocide, though, they will have to get so many rounds in a row. This would be one of the most incredible comebacks I've seen in my life. But we're not even
hangs
close
on
to
to
calling
it.
it a comeback. Yeah.
Submachine gun. Might be saving for a U ratio.
There might not be anything to save for if they lose this round, so they're gonna have to hold very strong.
Mirage is
is
very
gonna fall back.
flashed.
Yeah, he's trying to go to safety right now. Clutch. Gonna hold on to A mid, and I think Mirage spots one out. He spots the second as well, and they're just gonna line up for him. Tracks and nearly get taken down, but Day trying to do as much damage as he can. Now you can see Clutch.
They are not ready for clutch. They get through Day, but are they going to peek clutch on their way in?
Oh, they don't.
And he gets the 2K.
But Frost still, though, he could get this Clutch right now. He's been spotted out, and now he knows where he is. So you see Snoopy come in from A mid, waiting for Frost to push out right now.
Snoopy could get a timing here. Frost is crouched, looking into the A bomb site. If nope, not right now. It's all about the timing. And
Oh, he has no clue.
looks like Clutch
He has no
doesn't
clue,
have
Clutch.
information on Frost anymore.
Yeah. Frost
Still
had
gets
no
the kill.
clue. That was a perfect smoke, though. That Clutch threw, so. I believe it was Clutch who threw it. That was a well-placed, deceiving Frost to think that he rotated over towards spawn, but in fact, he had just stayed there. So now Xenocide, you can see they're using all the nades to their advantage, and they're going to need every single round they can get.
They won their first rifle round, and that's gotta feel good. The comeback starts here. That is 3 in a row. See Mirage playing a similar angle that Traxed played.
Hammers, though, they're not going to relent. So they will continue to fight as Erupt doesn't trade out properly, and you'll see here Verdi over towards Long, and now Mirage. They're just doing the same thing that Xenocide were doing. They're not really trading each other very well.
Just dry
Let's see.
peeking as well. No utility.
Truly, yeah.
Coalition wins.
It's interesting. Both teams really lacking utility on Plaza.
And that's 4 in a row for XENOCIDE. The comeback's going well so far.
Yeah, I think if XENOCIDE hit 8 rounds, then Hammers start to sweat. Just a little bit. At this point, Hammers still have the momentum. They still have lots of air they can work with.
We called this before the match a breach-sided map. If XENOCIDE gets a coalition-sided comeback, I'm going to have to eat my words.
Well, yeah, and I mean, Hammers, they started off so strong on the coalition side. 11 rounds on their coalition side. So they're going to try to come in. He does manage to get 1 frag, and they all come and trade. So Verdi, 1 versus 3 now, does get taken out. So yeah, XENOCIDE, round number 6. And slowly but surely, their confidence is starting to regain.
We've got Day with 20 kills, by far the leader of XENOCIDE. And you see on the Hammer side, a Verdi leading, but a very even kill spread. 16 for the top frag on Hammers, 10 for the bottom frag. Everyone contributing highly.
Yeah, shotguns. They tried to do some damage with the shotguns, but XENOCIDE are just winning every duel right now. Interrupt, I think it's 1, but maybe this is a heavily coalition-sided map.
Coalition wins.
Maybe so. Now, if you're gonna eco, the M1887, generally, I would say more difficult to use than an MP5 that only costs $300 more. But if you're not gonna buy armor, one thing that the M1887 will do is kill your enemy immediately if you get the kill, and not allow you to die to return fire while you wait on your 4th and 5th shot from the MP5 to get the kill you want.
You know, they have the SGs now, so the nades don't do too much damage, but Hammers are all bunched up over towards A mid. And if they push this one early, you can see Kai is all the way towards B long. He doesn't spot anybody. So now you can see they're slowly starting to rotate all their players over. Snoopy is now over towards mid. He's going to rotate over towards A mid now, as Kai hasn't spotted anybody. He's calling for his team. Day takes one down, and this should surely be around here for XENOCIDE if they can just hold on to this A bomb site. Kai is
If
hoping that maybe one of them.
XENOCIDE picks up the 8th round here, can we say truly that this is where the comeback starts?
Oh yeah, this is exactly where the comeback starts. Not a single kill from Hammers.
They have
And
not
this-
dropped a round on the coalition side.
Not yet.
And a perfect round. Like you said, not a single kill for Hammers. Everyone alive. Piles of money. $49,000. The piles of money don't matter too much because they haven't got that many rounds to lose to dip into that bank.
Right. Need to keep winning. But the fact that they're winning in such dominant fashions, right? It's not like Port where they were going tit for tat. These are blowouts of rounds right now.
There's a very fast trade kill mid, bring it to a 4v4.
Yeah, Kai
Kai
retreats,
falls
though.
back into house, but all the way to B site from house.
So now we'll see Hammers prepare to hopefully go mid. Where the nades make their mark. And that nade, that's good damage onto Erupt. Not a tremendous amount, but still sizable. It's clutch now. Finds the frag onto Erupt. A 4 versus 3. Surely XENOCIDE can hold off in the bomb site. Day playing a very open position, hoping to catch them off guard right now. He hopes he has the feature's advantage, but he does. He does find the first frag, and he's going to find a couple extra as well. 2 versus 2, though. This is a little bit tough here now as Mirage does get taken down a little bit. Hammers, the best opportunity they've had this game. XENOCIDE, can they keep their clean slate going on the coalition side? It is 8 rounds to their name, but Hammers only need 2 more to take this one over the line. They know that there's going to be players coming in from house. Are they aware where Frost might be? They spotted him out. They go for the trade. No, the trade will not happen, and Frost secures match point for Hammers. Finally, it took them 7 rounds, but finally they get it.
This could be doomed. Now, remember, XENOCIDE won 7 straight rounds. They're very capable of winning. I believe it's 5 more in a row, but they will have to do that if they're going to win this outright. 2-0 and be champions of this first Critical Ops Circuit tournament. And that is a lot of flash grenades.
Oh, well, XENOCIDE, they stay alive for one more round. Day lines up 3 with his AUG.
And Day has really had some massive spray downs
Coalition
today.
wins.
Yeah. I mean, on the scoreboard, if we take a look at it, he's top of the pack by a mile in the server. He has 11 kills more than anyone else in the server. 28 frags he's missed.
kills. Remember,
Yeah.
he got 4 kills on the only breach-sided round that XENOCIDE was able to win.
Day will not stop fighting until XENOCIDE take it. And we'll continue to fight here. Clutch, though, takes early damage on over towards mid. Maybe casualties sustained, but let's see here. As Kai,
Kai's got some information.
yeah, he sits over towards mid, and now he hears them all, but they are all there as well. The nade's gonna come heavy. If he gets the perfect timing, which he does, he gets 1 frag. Can he get the second? No, he can't. But that's crucial information, and now his team is ready and waiting. Snoopy gets caught off guard, though.
Oh,
And his
what a
eco-
great double peek
Yeah,
onto
my
Snoopy,
God.
and now Clutch needed that U ratio kill. Mirage with another crucial kill to keep him in this, but Averti is very ready for that peak.
This is do or die time right now. Clutch has to do exactly what his name says. Clutch in a 1 versus 2, or else XENOCIDE will have come back for nothing.
Bomb has been planted.
Potentially round number 3 here, or map number 3.
There's no saving.
Clutch.
You really
he's
wanna
got
do
one?
this,
No, he
Clutch?
can't.
With a U
Hammer.
ratio.
They take it to map number 3 as far as XENOCIDE could take it. Day, he tried his best, but that will not result in the clutch. And, well, here we see...
What a tremendous... I won't even say almost, but XENOCIDE really held their heads high. They maintained their composure. They got a lot of rounds back after an 11-1 first half. An absolutely brutal
Coalition
first half
wins.
from Hammers Esports. XENOCIDE just not finding anything at all on the breach side. Day, who top fragged by a mile, had to get 4 kills in a single round for XENOCIDE to find a round win from the breach side on Plaza.
Yeah, it was tough for XENOCIDE. They obviously had some reminiscence of Legacy, but 1-11 is too tough of a squad to come back from. Maybe if it had been, 2-10 or even 3-9, we would be seeing a different story right now. But we're going to go to map 3. That is Bureau. Shortly after a break, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned. There are going to be giveaways in the chat as well. So stay tuned to see how you can enter into these giveaways. We're going to be going here to map number 3 of the last grand finals for the North American main tournament number 1. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back shortly. Daylight, you can't really do anything, but he finally takes down Snoops, and now the B bomb site looks like it might actually be open for the taking. Somehow XENOCIDE are there making it work. Gloxy, the last man standing, a 1 versus 4. This one has to be tough. He was able to do the 1 versus 3, but he can't. Actually, he does get the first frag. That's a low HP player. The second, can he get the third? Yes, the third. Just 1 left. Can he do it time and time again? He is 1 HP versus Code. This is a 7-0 on his score record actually right now, and he has to take down that of Code. But Gloxy, can he do it? No, he can't. Denied by Code at the last second. Once again, Mirzi could find an opening frag here. Rupt does find a couple, and this is actually heavily in favor of IFL right now. This is a 4 versus 2, but Trax is gonna come in for 3 kills. Can he get the 4th? No, he can't. How is this happening right now? Trax turns it all around, and Jake puts him in a perfect spot to clutch this one out. The bomb is planted, and Jake knows it was planted recently, so this gives him time, opportunity to come onto the bomb side. He does get spotted out though, but can he clutch this one out? He's low. Snoops, they're dancing around each other right now, but he can't get the frag. He's gonna have to pull out his pistol, and he's getting taken down. IFL, Snoops, despite everything he had to do there, despite Jake getting so many kills, you can see it's going to be a huge hit. Matt, he's gonna have to hold as much as he can, and this crossfire is gonna tear them apart. Hammers, nothing they can do, as Matt and 928, they combine for 4 massive frags. And it's just Jake left over towards this B-long area. He gets shut down too. IFL 2 rounds in a row where no one dies from these grenades, and Matt always gonna get the presence out. No, he's not. Daylight's gonna find the first frag. But, oh, Nathan, what? He gets the knife kill. He gets 2 knife kills. What is happening? Wave finds a frag in return, and Nathan ends up getting a 3rd as well. This is 3K for him. He could clutch out with the 4th with 2 knife frags. Can he do it? No, he can't. But still, what just happened?
To A side, and no, head on to B, and they're just waiting for you there. That's heartbreaking right
What?
there. And sure
Erupt.
enough,
Okay, 3 frags. I think this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
Code is gonna erupt the ace. Wave. So a 2 versus 3 retake now ensues. As it is AG2 to find that frag on the Nathan. Nathan was trying to go over to storage, and AG2 comes in as well. Elko, the last man standing between IFL and map number 1. As he does spot 928, but he's not going to get the kill. Oh, AG2, he misses the shot. And Elko, is he going to get taken down? Yes, he does. And IFL, they replicate last season's or last month's scoreline.
Copy that.
We are here, the final map of the North American Critical Ops Circuit Season 2 for the main tournament grand finals. This is going to be very intense, ladies and gentlemen. We have the game already up. This is going to be on Grounded for both of these teams. The knife round has already been done, so I believe we're just going to dive right into the pistol round. But the last two games have been very close. Port was XENOCIDE's map pick. They won 13-12. Plaza, XENOCIDE almost made a comeback, but Hammers ultimately took it 13-9, and now here we are on Grounded, the last map here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited. Let's get some hypes in the chat. Who do you think will win, Hammers or XENOCIDE? As we start here, Hammers will start on the Coalition side, XENOCIDE on the Breach side.
Here we go. 5 stack moving through. A mid. Not towards A site though. Oh, this frag. And
Oh,
this
birdie.
shot.
Oh,
my
birdie.
Birdie. That is.
Oh,
how
he's
you
trying to go for
shut
the
it
knife.
down. 2 immediate kills. Quite a bit of frag grenade damage.
Already,
And
we
some
see. Yeah, that's his hecticness from both teams.
very prepared coalition players. This Deagle is terrifying, but XENOCIDE is able to get away with the bomb. They successfully retreat
Bomb has been planted.
to the A-bomb site and plant.
Yeah, Snoopy's going to have to find a good place to post plant now because he's been spotted out, I believe, over towards Connector. You know where he is. But really, Kai is so low. He's such a fragile player right now with his deagle. And the bomb on the site. They're going to have to come in as one entity here. Snoopy really will have to do as much damage as he can. The bomb was tapped there, but not the kill. So Snoopy comes in from behind. He finds one, but not the second. Hammers will get the defuse here. They have enough time,
Fused.
and they are able to clutch it out. XENOCIDE still with the bomb plant, so that gives them some money. But Hammers will ultimately win out the pistol.
Those 2 MR96 headshots, that feels bad. That feels bad. Every one-shot headshot on a pistol round really just takes it out of you, because what did you do wrong? Nothing. Somebody just hit an incredible shot, and now you're dead.
Hammers, will they continue to hit some more incredible shots, or it'll be XENOCIDE this time? The MR96.
Day with some jiggling pre-fires is able to get 1 body shot with the revolver on Traxed. Erupt and Marizi on the other side of the map already pick up 2 kills. Naverdi moving in strong and fast.
Oh,
Picks up
Verdi.
2.
Wins.
Yeah, that's
Just fearless.
a typical round here from Hammers. Should be a good cleanup as they get that one. So now we get into the real gun round here, as it is variety of weapons, the U ratio, the AK, the HK, and the SG from XENOCIDE. We'll see how they manage to start off here. Hammers playing standard setup here. Heavy over towards B mid, and they want to protect it, but Snoopy, he gets the first drag on the tracks, and now it's a tit-for-tat trade as Erupt answers back on the other side of the map. Day with the AK-47 hopes that he can make something work here, but it is XENOCIDE to have control, not so much anymore though, as Verdi just runs through, and now he's trapped. But he gets a kill somehow, turns around, and can he get the next? He's trying to buy his time, trying to maybe take out Clutch, and Clutch has done so much damage. Verdi's a dead man. Walking, but no! He's calling me wrong as we speak, and he gets them all. What? A Verdi, are you kidding me? That's absolutely incredible.
That is astonishing. That is astonishing. He was alone in the middle of 4 players.
How does he stay alive for so long? That's a way to make a statement right there.
If he hadn't taken that very first aggressive peek into Cafe for the first kill, he never would have picked up the U ratio. He also would have gotten collapsed on from 2 different angles.
Yeah, now I think he's reverted back to over towards A mid, but he's easy to play a rotate spot here. Now Trax spots one out, and he might be looking for the rotate now as they come flash through. Avoids the flash just slightly, but Trax still in position. Averti manages to get 1 frag, but they're still holding strong over towards B long. So Hammers haven't rotated really, though. You can see Frost and Mir are still just playing pretty passive over towards A.
Here's XENOCIDE decides maybe they don't want this B site.
Maybe so, but there are only 45 seconds left. So they're going to group up over towards A. Hammers really playing together now. So Frost and Mirzi, their synergy will be tested shortly. Frost is playing very close. If they lose these duels, they should save. It shouldn't be easy. Well, he's going to get the first. All of them for backup now, and Mir, he's going to fall away. Fading away now, trying to buy as much time as he can. He smokes it off, but he gets another kill. Mirage just runs through. No kill, and now Snoopy at 1 versus 3. Lonely as he ever was. 15 seconds left, and this looks like a dire situation for him. He's able to find the frag on Mir, and maybe even On Erupt here. Oh, he takes down Trax. Can he take down Erupt? This is now scary for Erupt. Erupt. Oh my God, Snoopy.
God.
What?
Oh
What
my
just-
God.
How? How?
Snoopy with a pistol and a sliver of health. Absolutely heroic.
True misplays by Hammers. Oh my goodness, Snoopy. He just capitalized on every mistake Hammers made. And Erupt, he even
Working
got
through
scared.
that smoke.
Erupt had an AUG, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how he was able to get that kill with the P250, but still incredible by Snoopy. That will surely get them fired up. Averti had his round, and now Snoopy has his, so
Now you're
Round is
down to
already
shotguns. And
delivering.
Erupt, you really want somebody to walk in front of you. And after Clutch gets that opening kill on the A bomb site, it looks like the players that may have walked into these shotguns are not going to do it.
they're playing more passive now, knowing that Hammers probably have the up close and personal guns that Trax
This-
held in his position.
Could be brutal by Trax. He does get the first.
Oh,
He does get the second. He might even get a third here.
Snoopy surely won't allow that, but this has been tough. And these are just trades going back and forth between the teams. The advantage never solidified. Kai, only with the P250 right now and Averti. He answers back. So XENOCIDE somehow with the buy on this round aren't making this work at all. Kai.
Coalition
Oh, he
wins.
can't. So Hammers, they pull back one they should not have pulled back at all.
Two
And they maintain
amazing
so many
FP6
guns.
kills there.
Yeah.
And a bit of indecisiveness by XENOCIDE. They got an opening kill onto the A bomb site, but all four of the other players on XENOCIDE were towards B. They weren't able to rotate quickly. So I won't call it indecisive. They really didn't have the option to explode onto the bomb site after that kill. Here they're still stacking heavily towards B while working a spread out map. And you see Day is in storage by himself, but he's got the bomb away from the rest of his team, so he's going to have to play very cautiously. Averti's pushed up into scanners. And another fantastic opening kill by Clutch with the rest of his team on the opposite side of the map. What you kind of hope for when Clutch gets that kill is Hammers is going to rotate someone off of the B site towards A. They push towards Cafe, and they get both kills. In a 5v3, they should be able to get this plant. Snoopy on the lurk takes out Averti with a pistol and a sliver of health, saves his U ratio, and Mira is in a 1 versus 5.
This would be incredible. Two players are very low though. So if you could find one, that's one high HP player, but can't take down the other two. So no clutch for him, and XENOCIDE answer back. They get the bomb plant after the time, so not too much money, but still enough to sustain.
A great round by XENOCIDE. And another opening kill, I believe, by Clutch in both of the last rounds, because that opening kill through storage onto the player playing close from the A bomb site. Do they try to peek him again? Do they try to take this duel again? Erupt already has a kill onto Kai from some early aggression. Here's Averti back to a comfort spot.
Day, he could do so much damage right here. If he just peeks out to the left side, there's 3 players lined up. They've heard the sniper now, so they know Trax is over there. So if Trax shoots one more time, oh, he gets 1 frag. And they might not be aware that Averti's just sitting here. Now, surely they won't be aware. And now Averti, he strikes but doesn't hit his target. So Day, now an opportunity to clutch. It doesn't look likely, though. A 1 versus 4. as he's getting surrounded.
There's
but surely
nowhere for
yeah.
Day to go. And Erupt is the one that gets the kill to close the round. It's very dangerous to let the enemy team know where you are and not push against that U ratio. Trax playing very, very deep, very, very safe. They were able to trade kill him one round. Really difficult to gauge. Here's a very fast push towards the A site.
They're going just quick right now, hoping that they catch Hammers off guard. And, well, it seems like it might be working for a brief moment here. They have some control of the wagon area. Now they're moving their way on fully, but they're going to get flanked very quickly. That smoke blocking off Vision, and Frost is only able to get one frag. He gets the second as well. Can he triple up? No, he can't, but that's enough damage done. Mirajo enters back, and so does Kai. And this is a hectic situation. Trades going back and forth. 3 were in the favor of Genocide, and now they turn back in the favor of Hammers. And now Mirage alone on the bomb site. Can he spot anyone out? He does get taken out. So Hammers, they win it out. And Hammers, they want to make sure that they hold their title as the champions here.
Bomb has been
Critical Ops Circuit Season 2, stomping their way here as they have a 4-round lead on the Coalition side.
Hammers again with these retakes maybe being the strongest overall part of their game as a team. Just explosive against the rush. Every single player from the B site was on the A site almost immediately after the rush and the play were executed. And those 2 HK kills with a sliver of health from, I believe it was a Verdi, perhaps Erupt, really helped make that easier. Otherwise impossible situation.
Tossing flashbang! Tossing frag!
Flash makes its way over towards A mid, so now Xenocide slowly but surely taking advantage of it, but Trax is just waiting.
And he's nowhere near A mid. That sniper rifle shot came from the other side of the map through those glass doors. And he's looking for more.
Yeah, B
Back
the
towards
target
Cafe.
right now.
He knows someone's in Cafe. It's smoked off.
Well, he has a Verdi to alert him of the sound, so Verdi can hear something.
This is a sniper duel.
Yeah.
Mirage and Traxed. Mirage was jump peeking it. Looks like he took a shot to the arm, Mirage did here. Oh, and Trax is pulled off to shoot another player in A mid. Mirage thinks he's in a sniper duel. He does eventually kill Trax.
But Hammers, they have a huge health advantage now and the time on their favor. But Xenocide, they have the bomb and they have map control, so they're going to make their way over towards A. Erupt will be too late to stop anything, but he might be able to spot something. So yes, he does. Inwards there. Maybe he's going to jump and deny the bomb plant. But he will get the bomb planter. And now Mirage, 1 versus 2. Does take down Erupt. And now it's a 1 versus 1. Verdi slowly creeping up here over towards this connector area. Can he get the shot here onto Mirage? Mirage, he's just going to walk right into it. And Verdi cannot avoid the sniper shot. Mirage puts us back to a 3-round game.
3 kills with the sniper rifle from Mirage there. But 2 with the sniper rifle from Traxed. And what a wonderful decision moving towards the A side, away from the guns. With their health so low, it looked like they might just be doing it for the plant money. But they end up winning the round in the 2v2. And here's Frost with my new favorite gun, the HK. Oh, Frost.
He answers back with 1 nice kill in the clutch, and so we'll see here. I'll go silent. Xenocide in the 4 versus 5 haven't been as successful as they'd like to be, but Hammer's defense spread pretty thin across the map. You can see 2 players over towards B. Over towards
B players playing very far back.
right.
Smoke themselves off almost at this point. Give away all of B. Pre-site portion of B. B main. To Xenocide. But Xenocide's still got to take this bomb site.
Yeah, Mears is
lot
gonna
of-
have so much he has to do right now. He's gonna be spotted over towards the mid. He takes one. Can he take two? Yes, he does get two, but not the third. He finds it back. So now a 3 versus 2. 30 seconds left on the bomb. They're gonna get the plant somehow. It's very hazardous to go get for that bomb plant, but they do get it. All things coming alive out
The
intact.
smoke have faded, so there's nothing standing between Mirage, Kai, and
spotted
three
him. He
members
spotted
of
his
Hammer
foot.
Esports. Kai gets a kill. Mirage
Another
gets
one.
a kill. And now it's Frost against a sniper rifle. And Kai.
Breach wins.
Oh my goodness, how? Mirage was getting shot on the foot from Truck, and he jumped himself up, and so he got a kill. Kai enters back as well, and that was a remarkable clutch there. Somehow they managed to pull it back. That looked like everything was against them, XENOCIDE, but they're looking to make this as close of a half as possible. If they can tie it up, that'll be a very good breach side on ground.
If they come out of this half 6-6, then they are looking very strong going into the second half. Especially after how it began, losing all of the early rounds.
We'll see
Here's
how.
Erupt with my favorite gun. Oh, and here's Trax with the shotgun camp.
All right, as you speak of it, Trax, I think he's good for at least one frag here. He does take a good amount of damage from the nades, down to half HP, but surely they try to at least clear him out here. Kai is going to throw that flash, and he gets one. Surely that's it. Good for one. Maybe gets traded, but no, they're not going to peek him again. Mirage sitting over towards B-Long is too scared to push just yet, and finally Snoopy gets the kill. So 3 versus 3. Frost is so far. Oh, he reveals his position, though, and now they know there's a flank. His whole ruse on the flank is compromised now. You can see Mirage is just waiting there. Has the aim over towards a mid.
Mir's going to have to do a lot of work to prevent this plant. He's going to have to get at least 1, probably 2 kills to stop the
timing
plant.
on a
And
birdie.
Snoopy, what a magnificent timing. And how?
Well, that spot over towards B-Long is such a, in my opinion, a very tough spot to play. And now, yeah, XENOCIDE, they pulled back, but that spot that Averti was playing between B-Mid and B-Long, it is one of the all-time most difficult spots to hold because you're constantly watching B-Long and B-Mid. You're constantly flicking back and forth unless you have teammates just watching your B-Long. So it's never an easy one, and he kept flicking back. So that was the timing not in his favor. But we'll see here. Full nades bought out for XENOCIDE. I think this is a tie half.
I think they pulled back too. They've got so much momentum. They've got the gun advantage here. That is a lot of bullets. That is a true hail of gunfire through that smoke grenade. Trax died to a series of frag grenades last round, but he is not giving up this position.
Yeah,
he's been good for kills from it in the past, but XENOCIDE rotates off of the B site.
Oh, Averti, he gets shut down from A-Mid, and now they have control. But once again, we've talked about this before. A-Mid, where can you go? They're a little bit trapped now. Clutch and Snoopy, but their team is truly going over towards this A site. So Frost should get taken down now. They've seen one, and Frost is low. So one shot will do it, and now they have the A site open to themselves as they take down the rotates hammers. Nothing they can really do here. They will have a couple players.
Looks to be a convincing round win.
Yeah, it should be for them. And well, they're going to get shot from behind. I think it's a tie game.
Trax gets himself one more, pads the stats a bit. And wow, a 6-6 half with a fantastic comeback from XENOCIDE, being down quite a few rounds. I think a real momentum changer were those 2 rounds in a row where Clutch got a solo kill from Storage onto, I believe, Frost on the A site. Although the rest of his team was working B, both of those rounds. Just an opening kill.
Goodness. This is going to be so hectic. This is going to be so crazy as Kai falls one.
They saw the frag grenade.
Yeah, so they're
Teams are about to run right into each other. No, Hammers retreats. But they're camping outside of Storage. Does XENOCIDE push? Does XENOCIDE try to push through this?
Yes, they do, and they're going to get caught off guard here, XENOCIDE. They get 2, and so it's a 3-for-2 trade. Still favoring XENOCIDE a little bit actually. His Hammer's now left alone is a Verdi. He doesn't have the bomb, but he does have the MR, and he takes down Day. So that's a good start. 2 more to find though, and they're full HP essentially.
But really, XENOCIDE can't properly camp this bomb because of where it landed on the map.
Coalition wins.
Oh my goodness, that was
Oh.
close. That was close.
What a tremendous frag grenade from a Verdi. Still doesn't manage the clutch, but that was so close.
Yeah, that was too close for comfort, but XENOCIDE win it. And so without the bomb plant, Hammers are not going to force really for anything. You can see mainly just pistols for themselves. As Kai runs and guns, the MP7, one of the best guns for that. And now he's
Oh
getting
my
the 4K,
gosh, Kai.
maybe even the ace.
He says, I don't even need to reload.
And yes, he
oh,
does.
Kai,
That
is
is-
extraordinary.
That's the ace, ladies and gentlemen. He was not having the best of games, but now he's back on the scoreboard. All 5 kills for him. He's a rich man right now.
He does upgrade from the SMG.
How often do we see the tactical axe? That's not a very common knife skin to use, to be entirely honest. More
Very
like the
seldom, but a
Korean.
lot of more remixes, a lot of the default knife.
Yeah, just trying to play as, blend in. There's an argument to be made of playing with default skins might actually blend you in better, right? Because if you're wearing some, like Magenta Vice Karambit, it's a bright purple skin. You stand out pretty
noticed
easily.
Frost was using an unscanned HK in a previous round.
Well, it doesn't matter which HK they use because Snoopy still finds a good frag here. Hammer's having a tough time getting inroads into the B site, but they're going to try their best. Another couple of shots put out here. Nearly takes another one. Erupt could do damage. That's the kill there. Snoopy took him down. And now 4 versus 2. This should be 1. And Snoopy does get taken down by a Verdi. The sniper prevails, but
Sniped. And now you've got a duel this sniper rifle on B log, and that is a scary duel, but he's trying to move it through 2 coalition players. Both are perfectly hidden.
oh, Day though he
Day
gets a
has
shot out.
Day's not looking, but Trax was shooting at the player at Jeep to give Day information to turn away from the doors and get the kill.
So yeah, Verdi now just going to save his weapon. Can't do much here as
Coalition wins.
XENOCIDE. They extend their lead to 3. Like you said, getting that many rounds on the breach side, very crucial, very important for them.
A 3-round lead, their biggest lead of the game so far. Started from a small deficit. And here we've got a Verdi on that U ratio again. And here on B. B is always so stressful with the sniper rifle on either side. He looks for the peak, he doesn't get it. And it looks like they're moving through B mid as a group.
Once again, this is deja vu. Hammers are trying to hit a B again, and it didn't work for them last round. Maybe it'll be different this time around. It might not be like that, though. He does get flashed. Snoopy does get taken down. He could have had a lineup there. And Kai, he's playing with fire right now. Playing with bullets more specifically. He gets 2. The
Oh
nice
my
flick
gosh, Kai.
onto the left side. He spot another no. He gets taken out eventually. And now XENOCIDE a little bit sparse on the defensives here. But they will sit here over towards a mid, and
It looks like Hammers is choosing to rotate after getting 3 entry kills, trying to play a mind game, but Day is a step ahead of them, staying in A mid, and he's about to get peeked by the U ratio,
well, Verdi, he doesn't
and he
find the
gets
flag.
the kill.
Yeah, so now it's all even, and with 35 seconds left, Clutch should just play over towards that tower area. He'll go back now, so just hoping to find someone out there. Mirzi. The other one now is crossed. We'll get some tag damage on himself, but Day takes him out. And now XENOCIDE look to close this one here. 12 seconds left on the clock.
Has no bomb.
And no
If he
time
can get to the bomb, he doesn't have a safe plant. No time to plant anyway. All XENOCIDE has to do is not die.
Coalition
All Clutch has to do is not die.
Oh, Clutch. Kills him after time. What?
He takes the kill after time. Smart to hide behind the van, the Jeep, until the round is over. They had the round win. Well, that was stressful. And 10 rounds for XENOCIDE. And it looks like some of that momentum, although they lost Plaza, they won quite a few rounds on their way out. And they're carrying some of that momentum here into Grounded.
Yeah, Kai throws a pretty good smoke. It looks funky, but ends up in his favor. So, Erupt trying to see if he can bait out any shots from Connector, right? He's playing close there, but Mirzi's watching. Clutch, oh, can he get any kills here? Trying to spray through, but he gets killed by Trax. And is that the go signal? Is that the green light for Hammers to push onto the bomb site? No, it's not. They stay put where they are.
They're waiting on Day to get peeked from scanners. If a Verdi picks up this kill, that's the go signal. They have to get through Kai. Kai gets a first and a second, not a third.
And now Snoopy, the last one.
Kill.
Yeah, that's a great look. So Snoopy, all he can hope for is maybe some exit frags at this point. He'll try and go.
They actually sent a Verti back to A mid to peek Day and Connector from behind.
Yeah,
they got information that Day was there, and a Verti moved all the way from storage to shoot him in the back.
Unlucky timing. I'm surprised Snoopy's even going for him right now. He's going to get shot from the side. And Snoopy had no money. So he's broke. I'm not sure why he really went for that one. Interesting play choice. So might have just opted to save instead, but now he's playing with the shotgun, potentially going to be playing close up over towards B mid or B long, which looks like exactly where he's going to be going to. But the bomb making its way heavily over towards storage. We'll see if Hammers do a quick push and then rotate back out again. That's what they've been doing in the past. Heavy flashbang. Pottinger takes him out. Can he get any more? Yes, he gets one. Potentially no.
Doesn't get a second or a third. There's just so many players. He splits his fire between them. He does some damage. But Snoopy and Day go down almost immediately.
Bomb has been
Clutch
planted.
still has an AUG and gets a kill. Mirage is moving through the wrong part of the map to pick up his own rifle, but he does have body armor. Clutch gets some information. Throws one grenade, but he goes down.
Reach wins.
And Mirage can't get that flick headshot. Frost takes him out.
Yeah, this is a good shine from Hammers, even after XENOCIDE have pulled back so many rounds. This is exactly what we want to see in this last map for the final tournament, or for the main tournament, grand finals here.
I wonder if that last round should have been a full eco. It wasn't. And now this round is, but to go from a half buy into a full eco, maybe a small miscommunication. They're playing aggressively with the pistols.
Yeah, Kai, can you get anything done? No. They bought out, and they barely got a kill. Day will find a Verdi lurking at the very end, but still, it'll be tough to phase this one.
Planted wins.
Yeah, that's all he gets is a couple shots off. So Hammers, ever closer to tying the game, ever closer to making this that much more of an intense matchup.
Guns come back out. Hammers with the momentum, moving us towards a tie game. Lately, the rounds that have been won with many players still alive on either side. Still just a festival of grenades outside of storage. Kai takes a lot of damage from frags. And Verdi is able to get the snipe onto Snoopy, but that is not any kind of go signal for Hammers to move towards B main. Still playing very patiently. Waiting for some aggressive peeks, seeing if they can get easy kills. Clutch almost gave them one at Wagon. He's almost giving them more. There's a jiggle and a flash. Day's able to retreat to safety. Kai picks up a kill across the map. Day knows there's two people coming through scanners at him. He just gets the heck out of there. Kai hears that grenade and gets a kill.
Doesn't see his to the left, though. So now Clutch comes in, sits on the site, and now Hammers, they're falling apart. XENOCIDE potentially getting their 11th as Erupt comes in, finds a frag. 33 seconds left, though, so Erupt has an opportunity.
Day knows where Erupt was,
oh my
but
goodness.
doesn't win this duel. Great headshot from Erupt.
Is he going to win it? No.
Oh my gosh, Mirage needed to win that fight and did.
That was so close.
There's your 11th round for XENOCIDE, and they're crawling towards the finish line here. They've got their HKs, they've got their AUGs. Now it's a Verdi on the sniper rifle. Very fast scanners. Jiggle, pre-fire. Backs up immediately. And Kai playing so close on storage, alone on the A bomb site. Hammers has been so passive on this breach side. Even if they find that opening kill on Kai, it might not turn into anything. Or at least it might not turn into an A site push. Kai should be able to hear footsteps. Frost is moving back and forth quickly in scanners. Kai should know there's at least one player there.
Oh, he misses the timing, though. Oh, will Frost get the better of him? No, Frost is going to walk into his crosshair, and he takes him down. So now, there's potential for a second. Now, Mirzi, this is the duel that's happening, and yes, Kai wins both. So now XENOCIDE in a place, in a good spot here to really
take us to a map point.
Yeah. 2v5.
And what fantastic play by Kai around that truck. How often do you see someone anchoring the A site with a position that aggressive?
Oh,
and there's a
4K,
third,
yes.
and there's a fourth.
Wow. Kai. Absolutely god tier anchor right there. And I think XENOCIDE, this is the momentum shift for them. They are one round away from dethroning.
Hammers, the Season 1 Critical Ops Circuit champions.
Yeah.
Down three rounds against Map Point, XENOCIDE, here in Season 2.
XENOCIDE have shown strength, perseverance, the power of a comeback, and Kai, he opens it up tremendously, continuing his crusade of kills from last round. Can he end it off strong? XENOCIDE, yes, it looks like it might be that. A 3 versus 5 looks dire for Hammers as they struggle to find a kill right now. Finally, they answer back with 1. Clutch gets caught off guard a little bit, but
Day is there waiting. If they try any aggression off of that kill, it's going to be another player A mid.
oh, Kai, the double!
Oh my gosh, Kai is ready to win, to collect the prize money, to go home and celebrate.
Traxed 1 versus 4. This will be an incredible clutch, but Kai will not allow this. He is peeking out, and he spots him, and Kai closes it out. What a phenomenal series. Phenomenal last 2 rounds from Kai as he takes the throne 25 and 17. You can see there on the screen. Absolute domination by him. And ladies and gentlemen, they are your winners. XENOCIDE will become the Critical Ops Season 2 North America main tournament #1 winners. They are your champions here. They'll be taking home $500 and 20 points to their ranking system. So XENOCIDE are your winners. Congrats to XENOCIDE for winning. Hammers, they played their hearts out, and it was a close game. 13-9 at the end of the day, but still not close enough to win it out. And so we'll see Hammers, XENOCIDE as well, both at next month's tournament. But, massive thanks to everybody here. That was insane. That was a really cool couple rounds from Kai.
Amazing play by both teams all day. 13-11 on the first map, I believe. 13-9 on the second. and no reverse sweep from Hammers. Instead, 13-9 for XENOCIDE for the tournament win on the third map on Grounded. And Kai, with just those absolutely incredible multi-kills close to storage, many rounds in a row. Really just some heroic play from Kai on that location. And XENOCIDE wins it.
Yeah, well, Snoopy too. I mean, that clutch was remarkable when he was able to clutch on, the first couple rounds of the matchup too. But, all in all aside, huge thanks to everybody here in the audience for watching this, as well to the players for participating in this. If you want to be a part of next season's or next month's tournament, you can sign up at compactesports.com. There's more information there. They're the ones organizing this. And Gizer, they're sponsoring this, as well as Critical Ops and Critical Force for the game itself, obviously. The South American main tournament will be next weekend with Nikamo and Palin as the casters. So join us then. The second main tournament, on the other hand, will be for North America and Europe, March 5th and March 7th, or March 5th through March 7th. For South America, it will be 13th of March through the 14th of March. So stay tuned, everybody. This is us signing off for today. My name is Cool Mark. I really do appreciate it. Warren has been great here. If you want to go check us out in the description, those are our Twitters. But Warren, do you have anything else to say before we cap it off?
I'm so happy to be here. What a great first tournament. What a great start to Critical Ops Circuit Season 2. Congratulations again to XENOCIDE. I can't wait to see all of you next month.
Take care, everybody. Thank you so much. And we'll see you for South America.